Hey, we are back with some Gamebound, doing a two-shot here today with Tales from the Loop, finishing our Tales from the Loop game from last time. As a quick recap, we got Emily playing JD, John Deere, the 13-year-old hick. We got Alyssa playing JJ, the 13-year-old, what did you end up doing, Jock? Is that what you ended up? Yeah. And then Jordan is playing Arthur, the 10-year-old computer geek, who sounds like Mr. Crocker from Fairly Odd Parents.
I'm just a young boy, don't mind me. Once I go through the legendary puberty, I'll be fine. Maybe, who knows?
Last time we there was something going on with the birds. Here in Crescent City, California, the kids had attended a party where a girl got mercilessly attacked by seagulls. JD had to save her life, and then you guys just went to an ornithologist's house to figure out more about this bird situation, and he revealed a bunch of stuff to you, such as, we'll see if we can give a little bit of a recap here through that. He knows that someone has tampered with the birds. The pigeons aren't. He said that he's observed that the pigeons have developed speech rather than aggression. So at the beginning of the game, the kids did hear some like pigeons talking to each other. So that's a thing. He believes it's only a matter of time before they begin attacking people and animals. And you've obviously already seen this, so it'll probably get worse from here. The ornithologist believed that there was a person or a machine manipulating the birds. If it isn't stopped, then Crescent City could face a disaster that could spread and potentially threaten the entire region. And then the lead he gave you, the lead he left you with, was two leads, actually. One, he noticed that the pigeons were moving north towards Lake Earl and suspects that they're building a large nest over there. He has seen several large aggressive birds flying out over the water and believes that they may have their nest on one of the islands out on the coast. And then he also knows he's met Lena Thompson before, an expert in avian neurology. This scientist gal, used to work at DARPA, the science company that like runs the Loop, which provides sci-fi technology and stuff in the setting. I think the last thing we talked about doing was like going to Lena's house and trying to see if you could figure out more there. Is that still the plan?
I think everybody can hop on my tractor and we can go.
Yeah, sure. So ornithologist's house is over here, out on the outskirts, near the coast there. And
We're
then
still on the house map.
Oh, sorry. Beep.
House.
Over here.
Thank you.
MD.
You know that Lena's house is beep, over up here. So you will have to drive back down. If you were taking a tractor, you got to drive all the way back down.
If I'm taking my tractor, can a tractor not go
as a note, this is
around?
Like swamp.
Uh-oh.
Around Lake Earl here. So.
Ugh. Well, how was I to know that?
You weren't, which is why I told you.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys could leave the tractor here and go by foot instead. And go like across the lakeshore if you'd like. Up to y'all.
What do y'all think? Do we bring the tractor or do we take a shortcut through the swamp?
Let's turn the tractor into a swamp boat and take the tractor through the swamp.
I suppose you could try a very difficult tinker roll to make the tractor into a boat.
Or I don't know if that's really a smart thing to do. It's kind of like an either or, like this or that. It's not a both.
No comment.
Is it daytime or is it nighttime?
It is daytime. I think we had like a day passed last time. We started in the evening and now it's a new day. So I think it's like the afternoon of that day. Yeah.
I mean,
JJ?
my vote is tractor, but
yeah. What does JJ think? Also, the question is, that's right. You're distracted by your cute child. The question is, do you take the tractor down and like the long way around to Lena's house, or do you leave the tractor and go on foot?
Oh, we're not leaving the tractor.
Okay. Just asking. Cool. All right. So you guys, we see you guys getting on the tractor and head down the road. You get back to Lake Earl Drive and you start driving up, towards Lena's house. On the way, you see a playground, some sort of like park on the way there. And you see some, it's a playground. This is like, I think we described last night as a Friday, so I think this is Saturday afternoon, right? So there's like children playing on the playground at this park. And then the first thing you notice is that there are several birds like perched on not necessarily the playground equipment, but whatever trees are nearby the playground equipment. Quite a few birds. None of them pigeons. See some seagulls. Maybe a couple of small birds of prey. Maybe some crows. And they're kind of like perched. What do? You just drive by?
well, why are there seagulls out here?
That's a
Them
good question.
seagulls.
That's weird.
Well, if I remember correctly, if I recall correctly, the seagulls were the ones that were murderous.
Indeed.
Well, it sounds like from that guy that all of them kind of are going to be murderous besides the pigeons.
Yeah, but do we have to be suspicious of like every bird? That's like saying, like that's some like weird racism crap.
And then at that moment, we see some of the
bird
birds
go to
start to.
attack.
Yeah, exactly. We start to see a bird swoop down and attack a kid's head. Right? Start poking at the kid. What do you do?
I drive my tractor onto that playground.
Yeah, exactly. All hell starts to break loose, and the kids start screaming, and like a bunch of crows literally like coming down and trying to peck at their faces and their heads and stuff. Like it's immediately goes from like 0 to 100 real fast here. What do? You're just driving your tractor into the.
I'm driving my tractor into the chaos to like see if I can I try and use my tractor to then jump off the tractor and make some like cool moves, hitting birds out of the sky, jumping from the tractor.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Real quick, I think I want to back up slightly. I think if we're framing this as like a TV show, that this is going to happen, but I do believe that what we probably do see first is like when Alyssa's character says that, like this is some sort of bird racism, and then we see like another flock of like crows like land on another tree, and then a bunch of like another seagulls, and it's like it's slowly building up to that moment where they're attacking instead of it happening right after that line. But we see like you guys kind of just like watch tensely for a moment as like more and more birds appear, and then like one of them swoops down to attack, and yeah, right, like we would see a progression instead of just happening right away. But yeah, so you're just driving the tractor as fast as it can go into the middle of the chaos, and you're gonna like try to slap him out of the air.
Yeah, I want to do like a fun move of having the tractor and then rigging it so like I'm gonna pull like I'm guessing tractors have like some sort of like emergency brake, so I can like I'm gonna like stand up on the seat, pull the emergency brake, and use the momentum of the tractor stopping to help propel me.
Okay.
To attack birds.
What are you actually hitting them with, though? Just your arms?
My hands. I don't know. We don't have any items.
Yeah.
I have an item.
I have my iconic item, which is my tractor.
Which is your tractor, yeah.
Which I'm using.
I also
It's not like you can run over birds with the tractor. They're flying.
Can I throw my football at one of them?
Is that your iconic item?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do it this way. Arthur, what are you doing during this?
I would like to use my iconic item.
Yeah.
Because my iconic item has the bird microchip.
Yes.
So
The thing that should make them like
do
run
something
away from it. Okay, so let's do it this way. I'm gonna have each of you make a roll with your iconic items, right? You'll be able to use your iconic items here. Each of you need 2 successes on your rolls here. If we get, well, actually, let's do it this way. I think we need we're gonna need 3 successes total from all of you, right? But I'll let each of you make a separate roll to kind of get to that point. So JD, let's have you do move with your tractor, right? The primary thing you're doing is getting you there faster, right?
With my 2 bonus die for my tractor.
Yep. Okay.
There's 1 success.
1 success. JJ, go ahead and do force with your iconic item.
1 out of 8. That's bad.
Yeah. There you go. Nice. So we've already hit the 3. Any bonus effects are gonna, be able to be spent on fun stuff. Arthur, do you want to go ahead and make your roll? I'm thinking it's program, right?
Gotta program those birds.
So I program and then I get the 2 bonus dice.
Yep, with your iconic item. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so 1 bonus success. Let's see. I think the primary skill that's like being used here, the one that matters for bonus effects probably is force. Are you trying to get the birds away? And JJ was the one who got the extra success anyway. So you can choose one of these options, Alyssa. Okay. I'll copy paste them, but you can give a success to another kid. That's not necessarily here. Impress, frighten, or humiliate. Pin your opponent. Take something from your opponent. Your opponent is knocked unconscious. You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future. You avoid any collateral damage.
You gotta pin a bird. Come on.
I was gonna say, pin it with a football. I was gonna say knock it unconscious.
Okay,
Okay.
wait.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
What about you don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future? You're just really good at hitting birds with a football.
I think the idea would be, I think the idea that would be like, well, I'm trying to think of how that one works here. If you had chosen to like impress, frighten, or humiliate your opponent, that's something
embarrass the birds.
Well, I feel like maybe the birds are like scared of you, right? Like, and won't attack you at least for a while. I don't know if you can choose. Like, I can't think of a reason why you could choose. You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future. Like what
because
that
it's
would
a game
mean.
mechanic.
Yes, but I'm trying to figure out what that like looks like in the story, like what that means narratively for us.
He's laser focused on birds. He's got, as soon as he looks at a bird, he gets like the little square that's like going around, and then he locks in, and then he can just throw the football.
I don't think that's how it's meant to work. I think the idea is that you would like for example, if you had beaten up a bully kid, he's not going to.
I'm just trying to have a little fun here.
I agree, but I'm trying to
two-shot.
I'm trying to rein it into something slightly sane.
Okay.
Let's put it this way. I think the ones that make sense is I don't think you can choose that option here because I can't think of a reason why that would be the case. What you can do is you can impress, frighten, or humiliate, which will have that effect for now. It will be temporary effect, right? That they won't attack you for now. Like you're safe for them. They're frightened of you, right?
Impress the birds so you get drafted onto the Ravens.
Okay, so I just get to do one of these. Correct?
Yes, I was going to say, or another option would be avoiding any collateral damage would be good to make sure that like all the kids are safe.
Right, that I did it like quick enough that like they're okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we save the
Let
kids?
the kids rot.
Should we save the kids, or should we make sure that we don't run into like any more of these for a little while?
Look, kids get hurt in various different ways all the time.
Okay, so I'm hearing
they bounce back. They're resilient.
The route that helps us the best. Got it.
Yeah,
Cool.
impress the birds.
Okay, I'm gonna impress the birds.
Sweet. Yeah, and I think like this little countdown thing here that I've been marking off as the birds become more and more of a threat says, a large group of killer birds gather in a playground. The children flee into their houses. The birds attack the houses through open windows and chimneys. Like, it gets worse if like that's what's going to happen if you guys don't intervene, right? I think you've headed off anything more crazy than the birds attacking children on a playground and some of them getting hurt, right? That's the extent of the damage that happens here. You still like they're still hurt, right? And like we see like parents consoling crying children, calling 911 to get their like kid who's bleeding from their head somewhere like to the hospital. I assume you guys don't stick around to deal with all of that. You just like disappear into the night like Batman. Like,
we're 13 and 10. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah, no,
we are children.
But we definitely have a moment.
All we can do is impress a bird.
He gets hit. He turns around. And he goes,
"That was nice.
Respect. Good throw, man."
It was a nice spiral.
But yeah, we definitely see like JD like get the tractor to go as fast as humanly possible. Kind of like bumps over like goes over some of the like grass, some of the rough terrain over here. It's going fast enough that it's like bumping over little inclines, and then as soon as you get close
there's a
enough,
red flashing button that I hit. Yeah,
turbo. But then we see JJ like bean one with a football, and then I think like probably the thing that's like doing the most in terms of narrative effect is Arthur's like field that's gonna get all the birds. Like, they're certainly intimidated by like you guys showing up, but it's the constant like field of annoying noise that's really making it impossible for them to keep doing what they're doing here, and then they end up kind of flying away. Yeah, and then you're like, okay, we got to figure this out. No time to help these children. Their parents are here. It's fine. And you keep going down the road towards Lena's house. So you get to the house, and
that's actually the first attack that JJ has seen. So JJ's like, got it. Birds, all evil.
Right. Of course. Yeah. I had forgotten about that. Yeah. I think, as you guys get closer, are you just driving up to the house with your tractor?
I mean, I think
broad daylight.
So, like,
okay. Make sure. That's fine. Yeah.
I mean, is it like fenced off like the other guy's house is?
Well, so I don't think you get close enough to actually see it. You get to like the longer driveway and you start to pull into it. And that is when someone interrupts you.
Is it an interrupting cow?
Moo. No. It is a older gentleman. I think he's balding. He has kind of like Einsteinish sort of hair, and spectacles. He trying to think of. Let's put it this way: you're about to pull into the driveway, and you can see him get out of his house, which is like across the road. And he says, whoa, hey there, slow down.
My turbo's on. I can't really slow down.
You just keep driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, he yells, that's private property over there.
I'm a kid. What's he gonna do?
I'm a kid with a tractor. I can't be stopped.
It's also obviously not his private property. That's his house that he's standing at.
I'm trying to think of the what's
like
the
I'm a
quote?
13-year-old. I'm gonna drive up this driveway. We're supposed to get to this lady's house.
Yeah, we hear Emily say, "The sign can't stop." We see a no trespassing sign.
I can't read.
The sign can't stop me if I can't read. Right. And I think, yeah, like, I think what that means is that we see him like he's not going to run after the tractor. He kind of like stops because he was like starting to run, and then he stops and he's on like the gravel road there, and he just mutters and shakes his head and runs back into his house, and we know he's going to like call the police. So, but there's a timer now.
Oh no, the police are going to tell us that we have to drive off of the property.
Or you know what? I guess that's not what he does. I'm trying to think of.
He's going to call in the DARPA police, people who are going to kidnap us and turn us into birds.
Okay, yes. This is what happens. He does the same thing. He walks back into his house. But you don't know who he's going to call. He's not going to. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So you drive up to the house. The house is a 2-story yellow brick home with red roof tiles. I don't think there's like a gate or a wall, like a fence around it, like the other house.
Are there actually signs that say private property?
Yes. At least on the driveway there was. It's like no trespassing.
Oh, we're not trespassing. We're just visiting.
Mm-hmm, sure, of course. So I think you probably drive the tractor right up here to the carport, right? And it like the garage is closed, obviously, but you just kind of like park over here. There's no car in the driveway. You just park the.
No, yeah. I think I leave it idling.
Okay. Yeah. What do you do? Let me.
I don't know about this, guys. Like, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble with my coach or anything. Like, can we just hurry this up?
Yeah. What do you do?
JJ, have you seen the birds?
Yes, they're all evil. I get it.
So we need to stop the birds.
Okay, well, can we just do it quick, please? Like, this is freaking me out a little bit.
I'm moving as quick as I can. That's why, do you not see? I got off the tractor. It's still idling for a quick getaway.
Okay.
You want me to run up and knock on the door and see what happens?
I guess so. What else are we going to do? We're not going to break into this place too, are we?
I go knock on the door.
Okay, cool. Let's see. I think yeah, no answer when you just knock on the door. And you don't hear a whole lot. Like you don't hear anyone inside or anything.
I probably just go, Lena? Lena? Excuse me, is Lena home?
No response.
We heard you know about the birds.
Come on, Mary Poppins. We know you feed the birds.
We're trying to stop the birds, Lena.
No response.
Nothing. Lena, if you're in there, I'm just letting you know I'm going to come in.
Just jostle the door handle.
Yeah, I try the door handle.
It is locked.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Arthur goes, leave it to me, and like rolls up like his little like tiny sleeve. I imagine he's wearing like a short
you're
sleeve.
Terrible at this.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm doing it.
I want to try it because I'm supposed to be good at it, and I failed every single time.
I just think it's funny that Arthur like tries and he just like pushes up against it. He's like, okay.
Arthur seems like he wants to do it. I've been trying to teach him tinkering.
Well, it sounded like he was gonna like force the door, right? That's what you were thinking, Arthur?
Arthur tries to force the door but fails.
Okay, yeah. We see him do it. Yeah.
Okay, I would like to try and tinker this doorknob open.
Do it.
Okay. 2 successes, finally.
There you go. Yeah, so you just need you just needed 1 success. So you unlock the door, and then your bonus success you can use to
make sure you don't get shot when you walk in.
to do one of these effects.
I would like to... What would be rolling to overcome the exact same trouble? Does that mean I can just unlock doors?
No, it would just be...
I can unlock this door.
Well, exact same trouble. I think it has to be this door. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that's worth it. I already announced that I'm doing it.
So quietly.
So I don't need to do it quietly. I mean, I guess I want to do it quickly. I kind of also want to show off, but I think probably quickly is the way to do it.
Sure. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't take that long at all. And then I think
I would like it to be I take a bobby pin out of my braid and just straighten that sucker out and...
Got it. Yeah, for sure. I think, JD, as you step in, you do hear a sound. It doesn't sound like a gun cocking. I was trying to give it my best shot, but it sounds to you like a phone being put back on the hook. But you hear nothing else after that. The living room, you open into the living room there. The house is is in disarray for sure. It's messy and cluttered. There's cables, tools, and strange drawings scattered about. You see bookshelves filled with books on avian neurology, animal behavior, but there's also a bunch of books on, like, as you're looking at this, just the spines on the bookshelf and here in the living room. There's books on love, dating, and how to capture someone's attention. There's like a whole bunch of those too. Lots of self-help books.
So Arthur would like to do a sneak
to try and find out how to find love.
To try and figure out how he can get JJ to find love.
Oh, you want to sneak over there? You want to sneak over there and look at the books without the other two kids noticing? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Arthur, it doesn't have to be right now, but Arthur is definitely going to plan to go on a reconnaissance mission to read through them to see if he can figure out how to help
how about we do this?
Squad get together.
How we do this? Let's have you make a sneak roll. Let's just have it be Arthur manages to sneak one into his bag, right? That he can look at later. Yeah, so go ahead and roll sneak. That's a 0, my friend. You had 1 die.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, if you can reroll if you'd like to.
Luck. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I could, but
you could.
I'll have a lot of luck, but
you do. Yeah, so I don't think it's like that they see you trying to take it, Jordan. I think it's just that, like, you don't see an opening in which you could do it without them noticing. So yeah. The living room walls, as a note, JD, as you step into, are adorned with framed photographs of famous scientists. So you see, like, a photo of Einstein, maybe Stephen Hawking, stuff like that. Some of the more modern scientists. One
you gotta tell me that my man Audubon is up there.
Sure. And one person you notice is looks like a DARPA scientist. A dark-haired man with a neatly trimmed beard and glasses. He's dressed in a crisp white lab coat, an intense but thoughtful expression on his face. He wears a pin with the yin and yang symbols on his lab coat. Also, the last thing you notice in the living room, on the VHS player next to the TV over there, there's a copy of Alfred Hitchcock's movie The Birds.
So just like very birdy.
But yeah, like it's exactly. It's either love or it's love or birds. The two things that this person was interested in, apparently.
Porque no las dos.
Love or birds.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need no killer birds. You're a lover, not a killer.
So
picker and a grinner.
But yeah, that's just in the living room. So you can keep wandering around.
Can I like run towards where I heard the phone getting put on the hook?
Sure. Let's have you do a move. Actually, you know what?
Whoops.
That's fine. We can still do that. Like, that'll be how quick you do this. But I think I'd also like you to roll What is the test for? Do you investigate too?
Invest. Oh no. Oh, success.
Nice. There you go.
Okay, it's not actually a guy named Audubon. It would be two Boston environmentalists, Harriet Hemingway and Minnaby Hall.
Sure. There you go. You can ask 2 of these questions.
What threats can I perceive here?
Okay. You you smell dog. You're familiar with the scent of dog as like a farm girl. There's a dog in the house somewhere, probably a big one, and maybe you like see like hairs or something. You recognize the breed, whatever it is. You know that there's a dog in here. Whoever is in here and put the phone on the hook has a dog, and that will be probably your biggest threat.
And then
if you
the
do
dog
what is
named Up.
If you say what is hidden and hidden here, where is it? That will give you the right answer.
That's what I was like. I'm gonna say like, what is hidden here and where is it?
There's a teenager here, or some woman. I guess you wouldn't be able to tell the specifics, but there's someone here, with a dog who is hiding in the back room, probably in this bedroom over here. Like as you guys
my
walked,
character sheet. Okay, where is it?
Right here.
Why am I not seeing this?
There you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I was on the GM layer. I forgot. I realized that I could put these into the map layer, so you can actually see the rooms. So I think what happened is whoever it was in the kitchen here where the phone is. As soon as you walked in, they put the phone on the hook and ran out this way, ran out of the house and circled back around into the bedroom.
Okay. Then I would like to look back at JJ and Arthur and say, I have sensed that there is someone with a dog in the bedroom. I need you guys to cover this exit. And I like point to like the bedroom door of like, you guys cover there. Is there a door to the bedroom? Like, is that a window or
that's like a patio door?
Oh, that's a patio door. So like I can,
or actually, no, I guess that is a window. Yeah, you know what? She must have probably the
you can
smartest
just
thing
say
to
it's
do.
a patio door.
No, yeah.
Just,
I think it is.
Just say it's a patio door.
Yeah. It's both a window and a door.
So I say, I'm back. Okay. I accidentally hit the power button on my laptop, so it locked. No. Okay, so I
nothing
say
changed for us, so
you guys went away completely.
I noticed your character, your little thing disappeared. Your profile disappeared on Roll20 for a second.
Oh yeah.
So I like point for them to cover the bedroom door, and I'm like, I can sense that there's a way around it too. I'm gonna take the back way and try and enter the door from the bedroom, and then when you hear me do that, you guys can come in from this door too, and make sure this person with their dog doesn't escape.
This person's probably really scared, guys. Like, why don't we just try talking to them?
I'm imagining that Emily, JD probably just like saw the back of the house from when you guys were like looking around for a second.
I can sense it.
I was gonna say it makes no sense that you just feel the.
No, but I can sense it.
You're just good at like you can tell. You saw the layout of the house and you could tell where they would be going.
I have memorized so many blueprints.
You probably heard something in the bedroom as well. So you're gonna circle around.
Okay. Wait. JJ, you would like to just talk to them. Why don't
know? Like this just feels weird. Just like breaking into their house and then okay.
I can circle around back. You can try talking to them through the bedroom door, but I'll make sure they don't run away.
Okay.
Okay. I run around with my move roll.
Yep.
To around the back of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like try and go in the patio door. But I just
You're
kind
just
of like
standing
wait
there.
and see what happens, since JJ said that he was going to try and talk to this person.
Sure. Yeah, and I think with that move, like if she tries to make a run for it, you'll be able to catch her, right?
Perfect.
Okay.
So you go up to the bedroom door, Alyssa?
Yeah.
As far as you know, the person who lives in this house's name is Lena.
Lena, right. I'm like, Lena, if that's you, I'm really sorry for scaring you. We're just trying to figure out what's going on with these birds, and the old man told us to come here, and I'm really sorry. We just please talk to us.
All right, go make a charm roll.
Okay.
Oof, that's a 0.
Yeah. Ooh, no.
You want to try re-roll?
I feel like this
Maybe.
might
I've
be
got
worth it.
7. So yeah, I think so. How many? I can only do that once.
You can spend a point of luck, or you can take a condition.
Oh, I see. I'll spend a luck point. That's fine. Okay. You serious? I rolled 14 times.
That was terrible.
14 dice.
This is why I'm guarding the back door, because you aren't charming enough, and this girl's gonna run.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he has a 3 in it. That's wild. Yeah. So, Alyssa, I think what happens instead is, you hear a roof, 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 and a big dog like runs out of the bedroom and just, like is rushing at you with loud barks. What would you do as it like comes towards you?
Oh, what kind of dog is it?
It is. I have that written down here somewhere. It is a dachshund. Wire-haired dachshund.
It's a little dachshund.
That's
a dachshund.
Let me look this up.
So it's just a little dachshund?
Oh, wait, is it?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I didn't in my mind, it was like a big dog. I just kind of passed, like my mind passed over the actual breed of the dog.
I don't know. I feel
so that's either this is like a published adventure thing. I think I'd rather have it be like a big dog. So let's do
a mastiff.
A mastiff is kind of what I was thinking.
Oh God, a really big dog. Okay.
Yeah, big mastiff.
Could I make like
roll charm on the dog?
I was gonna say either like charm or empathize with the dog.
I don't think empathize is gonna tell you anything, but are you trying to like animal handle the thing?
Does JJ always carry protein snacks on him?
I don't
give him some beef jerky or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to like try to like handle the dog and be like, whoa, boy.
Sure.
Or girl, I don't know. I'm not sexist either, so.
I mean, I don't think you like lean over and check.
I know
necessarily, right?
Just joking. Okay, so what would that be though?
I think it would be charm. I can't see anything else it would be.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I'll take it.
Let's go for it. So how many dice?
All right, I get 21? Mauled by a dog, I suppose.
21 dice.
I feel like I feel like I should take a condition, right?
Taking a condition to roll again? You may.
But it's like, okay, I'm probably scared. I'm probably a little scared.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I think that makes sense, right?
Yeah, mark scared and then reroll.
Okay.
Whoa, there we go. There's all the successes you should have been rolling. Perfect. So, it's really coming down to the last minute here. Like you can tell it's about to jump on you, right? And let's you obviously succeed, but let's look at the bonus effects.
Does it still jump on you and then just give you so many kisses?
Right, it might, right? Like so you have 2 bonus effects you can choose from these options here, JJ.
Okay.
So, she in this instant is the dog.
The dog, right? You have found you have formed a lasting relationship.
Please, this dog wants you to be its new owner.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I definitely want to do the dog will persuade others to believe you.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Right.
My dog loves you. I guess you're a great person.
Right.
She's infatuated.
She's a good judge of character.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I want to form a lasting relationship with this dog and have it persuade its owner that I'm okay.
Sense. Yep,
I'm okay, you know?
Yeah, so we see the dog bark, 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 jump. JJ slams onto the ground, and then the thing just starts licking at your face, right?
Good doggy.
And we see
my heart's like racing out of my chest because now I'm scared. I'm like,
exactly.
Oh my gosh.
We see.
I am in it for the thrill, though. That is my that's my drive.
That's
so
true. That's interesting. You're in it for the thrill. I don't think JJ has been the person the entire time who's been like, let's not do this, guys. This is a bad idea.
I know,
so,
yeah.
No, you're fine. I think we see a 15-year-old girl step out of the bedroom holding a kitchen knife in both hands, kind of like shakily, like, Ham, what are you doing, boy? You're supposed to scare him off, to chase him off. It's definitely not Lena Thompson, right? The 35-year-old scientist woman.
Well, this is a small town. Do we recognize her?
You do not.
Oh, is she cute?
Oh yeah. Let me describe her here. She is a tanned and wiry young woman with blonde hair styled with hairspray. She has colorful sunglasses on the top of her head. Right, she's not wearing them, obviously. She has a shirt with Minnie Mouse on it. Some sort of like not necessarily a t-shirt, but like a. I guess it's summer. Yeah, I guess it's just a t-shirt. Yeah, that's most of the description. Yeah, probably has jeans on.
Also, now that I hear this going on, I would like to circle back around into the house.
Sure. Arthur, what's Arthur doing during this time?
Petting the dog.
I mean, to be fair, Arthur, at this point, you could just go grab the book because
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, they're definitely not paying attention at this point.
Yeah.
You're like, you're not Lena.
No, Lena's my aunt. I don't know where she is. Please, just get out of the house, okay?
We really need to talk to her, though. Says as he like stands up and. Like,
but I don't know where she. Yeah, exactly. You managed to get to your feet and like you're like petting the dog now, right?
Yeah.
And she says, I don't know where she is. I promise. Please, just leave. Again, she still has like the kitchen knife, and that's probably when JD, you come around the corner, right, from the kitchen back into the hallway there. And she points the knife at you. Go,
are you Lena? Do you know about the birds?
Yeah, I mean, like JJ failed his charm, so she's just like, and until you guys actually like take a moment to try to calm her down or whatever, she's not answering your questions. She's just like, your hands are shaking.
Would you say that as a farm girl, I am familiar with knives?
Sure. Yeah.
I feel like I probably no. I'd probably be like, would I be able to? I'm bad at all of these things. This is not good for me. I'm only good at forceful things. I don't know how to have a girl time. Can I? If I try and empathize and fail, it's going to go poorly.
I kind of want to try empathize because
sure.
I'm like,
yeah, that makes sense.
I know you're scared. I'm scared too. Like, I just learned that birds are evil today.
I want to read the book and see if it'll work on her to see if we can win her to our side.
Sure. I mean, hey, that's definitely something you could be doing in the background. That makes sense.
I do want to start investigating.
Right, of course, yeah. I'm curious if it's investigate. It might be comprehend if you're like looking at the book.
For the book, probably comprehend. I'll probably also investigate while I'm down here.
Yeah, let's do comprehend first.
Okay.
While you're looking through the book. Ooh, that's 0 successes, my friend.
Love is a hard thing to understand.
Yeah.
But it's a book. Do I want to just spend a luck? I have 5.
You have so many because you're so young.
Mm-hmm.
So much life ahead of you.
What do you guys think? Should I spend a luck?
I mean, once again, you have 5, so I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to use one if you want to.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Right, because you can always take conditions later if
Yeah.
That's true. Well, it is the one thing that eludes me for now.
Yep. So you're like, man, this
I really
doesn't make
am
any sense
playing
to me.
myself.
Yeah, it definitely does not make any sense to you. Cool. And then you're investigating the house too. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, go for it. You can roll investigate if you like.
Get my inner Batman on. Oh yeah.
Wow, so much failure happening this session. Do you want to spend luck or just let it lie?
We already did the thing that we know what's hidden here and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll let it ride.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So yeah, so Jay, like I know you're saying, Emily, you're not good at empathize. Let me see if you can like help other people.
Can I lead?
Helping each other. Can you
Because
help
if
someone?
is lead something that I could help?
One kid may
Roll to
help
help.
another overcome trouble if it seems plausible in the situation. To help, you describe what you do, and your friend gets 1 extra die to roll.
Yeah, because I only have 3 dice for empathize too. Like, I'm not very good at it, but I do have.
I only have 2.
Yeah, I only got.
Yeah, as long as you can describe what you're doing to like.
I'd probably just be like if JJ's going like, I know you're scared, like I'm scared too, that kind of thing, and I'm like, I would probably be like, try and take a step back and be like, here, what about this? My name is JD. This is JJ. And then his kid brother Arthur is somewhere. I don't know where he just went. We're just trying to figure out how to stop birds from killing people. And I think that's why I kind of went to such drastic measures of, breaking into your house. Is this your house? I don't know, but it's kind of really freaky. We just saw birds attack a whole playground full of kids on the way here and have to call 911. They're all bloody and everything. And that's the kind of the situation we're in now, is why we're a little freaked out. We shouldn't have broken into your house.
Yeah, let's make that roll now with the help from JD, and you can just like both then get the information as to what's going on in her head before she responds.
Stab me. Can I get a +1 die for the dog liking me too?
Not to the empathize roll, no.
Dang. All right, fine.
Actually, you know what? I will give it to you for a different reason.
2 bonus dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Oh yeah, you had -1 dice because of scared.
Wow,
and I still got it. Amazing.
All right, cool. Yeah, so empathize.
I forgot that I subtract 1 dice for being scared. Oops.
I did too.
All right, 2 questions out of these.
Hmm.
And if you choose like, is she lying? You'll be able to know if she's telling the truth throughout the conversation, right?
Right. I don't think I have a reason to suspect she's lying, though.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
if you were to
I
choose
don't
one.
know. Well, I definitely want her to put down the knife. Like, that's definitely what I want her to do at this point. So, like,
how can I make her put down the knife, basically?
right. And what does she? I mean, I feel like I know what she wants. She wants us to leave, but I don't know.
Is she lying about her aunt?
We don't know how she's related to Lena.
She said it's her
She
aunt.
says her
Oh,
aunt.
she did.
She did.
Yeah.
I mean, JD wasn't there for this, but yeah, she did say that.
Perfect.
You know what? Let's go with that. How can I make her put down the knife?
Or you could do weak spot. No, I don't think.
Oh wait, no, I can.
Weak spot.
I thought I can only ask one because I succeeded only once.
No, 2.
Oh, okay.
A success, like based on like if I had, it's possible I could have made the successes you needed to get that result higher, but
I see. Okay.
yeah. When you succeed in empathy and empathize check, you get 2 questions.
Yeah, I guess, is she lying, and how can I make her put down the knife?
She's not lying, and I'll let you know if she does lie throughout the conversation. How can you make her put down the knife? Just keep talking to her, I guess, right? Like, you can't make her put down the knife right now, but if you just like keep calmly talking to her, eventually she will put it down. I think one thing you notice about the dog, Alyssa, that JJ notices, is it's limping. One foot is limping, and you also notice a couple of bruises on on the girl whose name is Stacy, but whatever. I'll tell you that in a second, probably.
I probably ask like,
yeah.
What's your name? I've never seen you around town before.
My name is Stacy. I'm not from here. Please, you can't tell anyone that I'm here. And
okay.
I was gonna say, JJ, I think with that information, you start to put together she might have like run away from home or something. Like she obviously has been hit by someone, and her dog is limping, and like you're starting to put a picture together in your mind.
I had an abusive father, probably.
Yeah,
it's fine. He
exactly,
left me. I get it.
You're familiar with this sort of thing that's happening here.
Is her name really Stacy?
It is Stacy.
Okay. Earlier, when you were describing her, I was going to make a joke about, is her name Stacy, and does her mom have it going on?
Yeah, her name is Stacy. Congratulations. You don't know anything about her mom, though.
Well, she probably has it going on.
Stacy,
and by it, I mean just a lot. Stacy's aunt has got me down bad. I don't know.
That kind of works. Yeah. So she did say that, like, yeah, Lena's her aunt. But yes, so basically she said, like, yeah, she's my aunt. You can't tell anyone I'm here.
It's okay. We won't. We just want to know where your aunt is. She has the key to knowing what to do here.
With the birds?
Yeah.
He says, Ham, and then the dog like drums over. She like kind of like holds him close a little bit, like kind of hugs his head to her leg, and has the knife still in one hand, and she's like looking at both of you, and she says, I know something about the birds. And she looks at the three of you. She's like, gosh, you're just kids, aren't you?
I kind of like give her a look of like,
yeah.
She's 15, she thinks she has a picture of herself as being an adult. She slowly like puts down the knife, and maybe there's like a little end table nearby. And she just says, well, at least Ham likes you, so I guess you can't be all that bad. She kind of gives you a look, JJ, like a, okay, you're not that bad looking, sort of a, you're kind of nice, all right? Like, I guess I could just be calm about this.
Okay, cool. Good to know. And JJ kind of like breathes and just goes, "Thank you." What do you know about the birds then?
Where is this? She says, my aunt drew a lot of birds. He has notes here. I think she was involved with what's happening. One of them attacked me. I managed to kill it, but I'm trying to find the note here about it. Yeah. It's like I was attacked by some seagulls. I've been hiding out here ever since, trying to stay away from adults and birds. Seems like everybody has it out for me these days.
Wait, are the adults all evil too?
She gives you a wan smile. She's like, yeah, something like that. But I suppose the neighbors here aren't that bad. They've been looking out for me.
Oh, is that why that old guy was yelling at us?
Yeah, he called me to warn that someone was coming up.
When was the last time you saw your aunt?
I haven't seen her in years, honestly. I came here to find her, but she wasn't here when I got here. I've just been hiding here ever since.
And when did you get here?
A few months ago.
Your aunt's been missing for months?
Yeah.
It didn't think to call the police?
I don't want the police involved in this, okay? You don't...
Look, JJ,
don't
she can't call the police, because then the police would know that she's here, and then she gets sent back to wherever she doesn't want to be. So we can't tell the police that the aunt's missing.
Trust me, I get that.
Oh, well, so I think something that you think of, JD, when she talks about this, you remember your parents talking at the beginning of the last session about two people going on a love vacation, and then it got brought out at some point. There was like two DARPA scientists, right? That you found some more information on that at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it starts to click in your head.
Lena?
That's Lena. So it's not even that she's not missing. People think she's gone intentionally, right?
Oh. I just kind of go, Lena's on the love vacation.
Exactly, yeah. And then JD, you remember seeing a photo as you were like once you ran through the kitchen. Maybe you like go in there right now and grab it again from like the fridge, and you see a photo with let's see. It's a photo of Donald Dixon, it says, and it has a little like Sharpie thing on the back with like Donald Dixon, and then there's like a heart in the eye, right on the back of the little like Polaroid photo. And it's a photo of Donald Dixon like getting his photo taken as he's doing something sciencey in the lab, and Lena is like in the background of the shot, kind of like but like obviously like she was not supposed to be in the photo at all, right? She's just like trying to like trying to get in there, but there's like part of some lab equipment like covering her face. And you saw a lot of photos like that where like there's a bunch of pictures of Donald specifically, this like dark-haired man with a beard doing stuff, and then she's always in the background of the photo somewhere.
Interesting.
Obsessive.
Yeah, and then you remember the spines of the books, like how to get men to notice you, right? Like,
Notice me, Donald Senpai.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be odd. Like Stacy doesn't know anything about this necessarily, but it wouldn't be odd to the people of the town.
Okay, so I'm probably like,
Stacy's aunt is stalking him bad.
I'm kind of like, I wonder where they would go. Do we just need to go to the DARPA facility?
I doubt you could get in. Listen, what are you trying to stop the birds? I don't think you can do that.
Okay, well, somebody has to before everybody just is died by bird attack.
And I think she says, listen, I looked at one of those birds. I treated it as a biology project, and I found a little microchip in its head. There's something going on there, but I don't think it's something any of us could figure out. Come on, look at us. You're just kids. I'm just a teenager.
My brother's like one of the smartest people I know.
Let me see Arthur poke his head out.
I'm also a teenager.
You jump cut to Arthur. He's just picking his nose. Just like.
Yeah, I think she shakes her head. She's like, yeah, you're crazy.
Look, here's the deal. It doesn't seem like any of the adults around here are going to get anything done.
Yeah, what is this? An early or late 90s cartoon about kids with bad parents?
What's the 90s?
I think she says, listen, if you want to know more about the birds, she has some drawings here, but I wasn't able to work anything out from them. And I don't want to be seen. So listen, I don't know what I could do either.
Well, are you wanting to do something? It sounds like you kind of don't want to do anything. It sounds like you're kind of scared.
I'm not scared.
It sounds like somebody who's 2 to 7 years older than me. I don't know how old you are. You seem to think you're quite grown already. But it's kind of ironic that the person who thinks themselves the most grown here is the one who's scared and doesn't want to do anything to help, the entire town be prevented by being pecked to death by birds. But I guess that makes sense if you're just scared.
She just walks into the bedroom. She comes out with a big binder full of, she's like, here, just plops it on the ground. That's my aunt's notes. You take them and do whatever you want with them. I just don't want to be involved, okay?
Look, here, there's a G flat.
Yeah, it's a bunch of technical notes and drawings and things.
Just kind of go, thank you.
You gonna leave now?
Well, I'm gonna give these notes to Arthur to look at while we're safely in a house with doors and windows closed where the birds can't attack us.
We hear the phone ring again. And I think Stacy frowns and then, let me get that.
We never held you at knife point. You're free to do whatever you'd like.
You're interrogating me.
Okay, but have we shown?
She just flips you off and then just walks into the room and grabs the phone. It's like, hey, hello? No, I'm fine. They didn't. It's just some kids. No, they're gonna leave in a second. All right. Thanks. Yeah. Bye. Yeah, she kind of comes to the threshold of the kitchen and just kind of leans against the door frame and crosses her arms while Arthur starts looking over the notes.
So
Arthur, do you want to make a calculate roll for me?
Calculate. 2, 4, 6, 8. No bonus dice to calculate.
No, you can do you can add your Casio C80.
Yay! Calculator time.
It's quite literally a calculator, so nice. One success. So the designs that you see, so it's literally you see drawings and schematics and stuff, right? Drawings of birds and microchips. You can deduce, Arthur, that these are intended for constructing a machine to automatically attract and modify birds. The microchips are meant to control the birds, but the blueprints that you find here are incomplete, as if the creator stopped working on them before finalizing the control mechanism. But yeah, now it's confirmed to you that it's not just like there's a machine that's not only like modifying the birds, but attracting them somehow. Like, and honestly, you think about like that field, that like frequency that I managed to do with my little wristwatch thing. There must be like if I reverse the polarity or whatever, right? Maybe it can attract them instead.
Well, between this and between the what's it called? Between this device, this is a device, right?
So you're finding notes on the device. You're like schematics and drawings.
Notes on the device. I only have one microchip.
Yep. Yeah.
You said
does Arthur know that she had a microchip from a bird that? Because she'd mentioned earlier that she had a microchip that she found from one of the birds.
Do you ask her?
Does Arthur know? Well, I guess Arthur will just ask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, he'll show her the one that he has, and he'll say,
"Do you happen to have any of these laying around from the birds?"
She frowns and she says, I think so. And she goes back into the kitchen, pulls open a bunch of drawers. We see like the quintessential junk drawer being opened. And she grabs a little microchip from it and slams it. And she says, here, I think it's dead now, though. Yeah, she hands it over.
I take it and I see if I can get it at least semi-working again.
For what purpose exactly?
See, triangulation works by having 3 points to work from. You can't triangulate something's position if you only have 2 things. If you only have the thing you're trying to go to and the like one thing. But if you have 2 things, then you can create a triangle and triangulate the position of things.
So I'm trying to triangulate the position of the original machine with these microchips.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make a program roll. Or actually, you know what? I think there needs to be a tinker roll first to like fix the microchip.
Okay.
No
bonus die for that.
Real quick, let me check what program says. Because it might be, this is technically like a microchip.
Program, designing the church worship service.
Electronic devices is included in a program. So you can do program to fix it.
Okay. Am I adding bonus dice for the calculator thing with the chip or what? Or no?
Not for this.
Okay. Oh, buddy, didn't need it.
All right, cool. Yeah, so you obviously fix it, and then you can get 2 bonus effects if you care about that. Out of those effects that I just posted.
Yeah, I'm looking. You show off.
Again, totally
funny.
Yeah. You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future. Means that anytime you find a microchip, you can fix it.
I'm not sure if that's like necessarily important.
Probably not.
Just at this point, like, so if you do want to show off, you have enough.
Well, I'm thinking, give a success to another kid. Would that have to be like immediately?
It wouldn't. I don't think it would make sense here. This would be if all of you needed to get successes to do this. Like if you were all doing a LAN party or something, right? all doing computer stuff together, right?
New or unexpected information is fun. Was there any benefit to doing it quickly?
I don't think so in this case.
So the only one that has a real benefit is the new or unexpected information.
Or showing off.
And then showing off would just be the fun one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, can you do 2 of them because he got 2
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
So I'll do those 2.
Sure. I think the new and unexpected information that you get is as soon as you fix this one and start your like triangulation thing, the other thing that you notice is that I'm trying to think of how this makes sense.
It turns out, what's the aunt's name? Leah?
Lena.
Lena. It turns out Lena is actually your mother.
Yeah, I mean, new and unexpected information doesn't mean random information. I think the thing you get, this microchip is made out of, it's a chip that was made out of like various materials. I think, maybe that doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to think of how to give you this information. I know what the information should be. I'm just trying to think of how you get it from this specifically. There's something about the metadata or something of like whatever is going on with his microchip that gives you a clue as to where the machine, what kind of place the machine is likely in. Maybe it's like something like honestly, you know what? I'm just gonna give you this is what we'll do. We'll just give you the triangulation right away. Right? We'll say this program roll was both. Because you got those bonus successes, like you're able to just do the triangulation thing, no problem. So we see Arthur set this up, figure out the triangulation, and you can tell that the machine is, and I'll go out to the big map here. The machine is on Castle Rock Island off the coast over here. Oops, sorry. Boop, right there.
Dang it, that doesn't exist yet. I can't make that joke. Ah!
So there you go. You think
Therefore I am?
no. Yeah, I guess there's nothing else to say here. Yeah, you just know that that's where it is. There's another piece here where I wanted to give you, but I just can't think of a reason why you'd figure it out from this situation, so.
Would it be I read a little something extra in the book or something?
I don't think so.
Okay.
In what book? The love book?
In the notes.
Oh, the notes.
In the love book.
Yeah, I was like, what book do you have?
I have that too, by the way.
Yes, I know. No, I don't think so. Not just from the notes that you have there. So, yep. But you do know where the location of the machine is, though. You don't know much else about what is waiting for you there exactly, but you know what is that the machine is there. Yeah. I think Lena says, "So what? You're just gonna go there, fight the birds who are killing people? Sounds like a suicide mission to me."
Well, we've already fought birds who are killing people. I don't think it's really the birds' fault. It's the issues the people who are microchipping them. So I think we're probably going to fight them instead.
Well, you're gonna have to get through the birds first. Come on.
And the birds seem to specifically not like children.
It's like this. I'm not saying that the birds are evil or whatever. Like obviously you're gonna go try to stop whoever was doing this in the first place, but you're not gonna be able to do that unless you fight off the birds too. But what do you mean you fought them off already with what? A football?
Actually,
yeah, I did.
I mean, I fought some with my bare hands.
I used my watch.
She frowns like, "Who are you kids?"
Protagonists!
Actually, Arthur goes,
I am the knight.
I'm John Deere. JD.
I'm JJ. Defensive linebacker.
Well, you're a wide receiver, but yeah.
Wide receiver, whatever.
JJ doesn't know the difference.
Hopefully he does.
He does. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm just kind of like, I guess we're the kids who, the only people who have enough heart to do something about this bird problem.
She frowns. It's like, I understand the implication you're trying to give me.
Honestly, that time I wasn't trying to give you any sort of implication. That was the speech I did beforehand. This is, I'm just kind of like, once again, seems like nobody else is going to do anything about it. So I don't want to get pecked to death by birds without actually trying to stop them first. So this seems like a better use of my time.
Besides, we're bored.
I wasn't, but
Yeah, she seems like uncomfortable about it. Like she's, I don't know, maybe you, like JJ, I think she seems worried about you.
aw.
Like she kind of shuffles her feet a little bit, shifts her weight from one foot to the other, and just says, "You're gonna get yourselves killed."
Well,
I didn't know that you cared so much.
I didn't know that
I
was possible
don't.
in this system.
She's like, I don't. I just, you know.
Yeah, I get it. When you got crappy parents, it's hard to really give a crap about anyone else.
She frowns. I'm not trying to.
In the midst of this, Arthur just like opens his pack up and like looks in, like peers into it and starts trying to read different chapters about this kind of scenario. See if it comes up.
The love book.
Yeah.
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 Look, we're not doing this because we're some selfless heroes. I'm literally doing it because I have to tag along with my kid brother, and JD doesn't want to die by getting pecked to death by birds. She's seen this more than I have. We're just kind of doing it because we have to.
I'm either going to die doing something or doing nothing, so I might as well do something.
We're not the heroes this town needs. We're not the heroes that this town wants. Maybe we're not even the heroes that this town gets. Wait, what are we doing?
She just shakes her head. She's like, all right, your funeral.
So
And I
what
think-
are you going to do? You're just going to pull up in this house,
What can I
have
do?
the neighbors deliver food to you until what?
Not your business.
Wait, have you really not left this house in months?
I've left the house. I just haven't, been to town.
Oh, okay. That's less sad.
I don't know what else to do. Just go save the town from birds or whatever.
You could join us.
I think a ham walks back over to you, JJ, and licks her hand.
Pet Ham.
Mm.
I love Ham. We have a lasting relationship.
Yeah, she's watching this. And then, sorry, what Arthur? What did you say right after?
That she should join us.
Right. Let's say you say it now, right? Like after that moment between the dog. And I think she says, I can't. Some adult's gonna see me. We'd have to go. Unless you want to go through the swamp, we have to go right through town. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna find a boat? I can't go back there. Okay? So
You
just do-
need a disguise.
Listen, if your parents aren't from here, it's not like people around here are just gonna like.
Wait, go back there as in you've been to this Castle Rock before?
No.
I
Listen, I think we're done with this conversation, all right? There's nothing that you can do to convince me to leave right now and get myself killed fighting a bunch of birds. Good luck. I hope
Okay.
you don't
Well, up
die.
until this point, she
Okay.
still has not lied.
I just kind of, well, yeah, I'm like, okay, goodbye.
Yeah, I'm kind of like I kind of want to do that like reverse
Well, I mean,
psychology thing.
she believes that, right? That doesn't mean she's lying, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think all of us are just kind of like, okay, then. Bye.
Have fun staying in this house.
Don't
Yeah.
let the evil birds bite.
I think Um,
We're
we
out of
see-
here real quick because the tractor's already idling.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I think we see her like walk you to the door where like you guys start leaving, and she's at the door, and she just says, we see her like take a step, like she wants to kind of go after you, and then we see maybe like a car drive by up. You can only see it briefly through the trees. Drive by on the country road, and she kind of like ducks back into the house to not that she's gonna actually be seen by the car, but like here's her instinct. And she just says, JJ.
What's up,
Turn back.
Stacy? He like turns around.
Yeah. She says, if you don't die, I wouldn't mind having some company once in a while. Gets lonely out here sometimes. And Ham seems to like you.
Oh man. I mean, a girl who's 2 years older than me is into me. Like, does that boost my ego anymore? I don't know.
And the fact that the dog likes you is a huge bonus for her, apparently.
I know. I'm like, I'll come visit you in Ham sometime. If I don't die, obviously.
She smiles.
Bye,
JD. Bye, Arthur.
I'll come visit you if I do die. I'm going to haunt you.
She shakes her head. What were you saying, Alyssa?
Nothing.
No, what were you saying? This is going to be good.
No, nothing. Like, literally nothing.
No. Boring. I wanted you to, like, run back and, like, yeah, never mind. Doesn't matter.
He's not that bold.
No, I know.
He's
Man.
scared. He's got the scared condition.
I know, that's true. I think maybe I'm a little intimidated by a 15-year-old girl liking me. I'm like, man, am I just that good?
And like it's not even that, like she is very, very lonely.
I know. But I mean JJ is also like,
don't take this away from JJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're just gonna like, what's the plan here? You're gonna go straight to the coast, find a boat? Like what's the idea?
Does anybody have good contact?
Actually, I have a +2 to contact.
Do you know anybody who has a boat in this town?
Mother!
You could roll.
I can roll, yeah. I've got like 6 dice to work with. I could probably.
Yeah. That's exactly what that sort of thing is for. There you go.
Okay.
Only need one. Yeah, so I mean, this is probably like, let's say that it's, what's his face?
How do you get rid of a condition, by the way? How does that work?
That is a good question. I think you need to, like...
visit a doctor, usually.
I think you need to, like, hang out in your hideout. Like, there's, like, an actual, like, long rest style thing that happens here. You can heal your conditions in the hideout in the same way as with using the anchor. Oh yeah, your anchor can also get rid of your conditions.
Okay, got it.
Who's your anchor?
My coach. What if my coach has a boat?
Sure. Yeah, we can have the coach be the one with the boat. That makes sense to me. And then I think the idea would be that like you have like a quick scene with them, and then like they can clear conditions for you, basically, right? If you suffer one or more conditions, you can spend a scene with your anchor and heal all conditions. You must allow the anchor to take care of you, and there must be a physical or mental closeness between you.
Okay.
So do we play out that scene? Is that what's next?
I mean, I don't see why not.
Sure. Do you like call him first? Do you just show up at his house? Like, what does this look like?
Yeah, I think football players show up at his house all the time. I think that's a thing.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Do we see the truck somewhere down the street? So you just run up to the door?
You mean the tractor?
Or yeah. What did I say?
Truck.
The truck.
The tractor. That's what I meant.
I end up in a truck.
Yeah, so I mean, it's again normal suburban house. You walk up and knock on the door, and I think maybe you don't get an answer right away. Like you knock and you don't hear anything happening inside the house, and then you hear, I guess you tell me, is your coach married, have kids, anything like that? What do you think?
I don't know. I didn't think about that.
So I think he's in the backyard right now, like grilling. But I'm curious, like if there's,
Yeah.
if his like wife is there or anything else.
Yeah,
going on.
I think I was kind of picturing him being like like one of those younger coaches, but maybe he's like newly married kind of a thing.
Sure. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. So you hear, him say something to his wife in the backyard, right? And then you hear like what you thought was just kind of like the white noise of the ambiance. It kind of like blended into the ambiance of the neighborhood, but you hear like a grill, right? Going like there's meat cooking on a grill in the backyard. And you see like you've been into his backyard before, right? Like there's a little like gate you can open and go in the backyard. You just go that way.
Yeah, I think I just go that way, and I just go, Coach.
Yeah, and let's say this guy's name is these are all terrible names for a coach.
Conway.
Literally all terrible. What's going on here? We'll say his name is Jim Wallace. Yeah, so Coach Jim.
Coach Jim.
Coach Wallace, maybe. He is, he's like, grilling hamburgers or something. Cooking hamburgers on the grill. And his wife, and he, like, again, you describe him as like him as being young. He's probably like, not like, maybe like late 20s. He is wearing like a polo and some khakis or something. His wife is in like a sundress. You've always thought she's very pretty. And
I want to marry a girl just like that.
Right, exactly, right. Like this is the life that and she is like reading a book on like a lawn chair or something nearby with like a little big like broad sun hat. One leg over the other. You just think she looks so pretty right now, like sitting on the chair.
We're all secretly in love with her.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Coach waves you over. It's like, hey, JJ, nice to see you. We're just making some hamburgers for lunch. You hungry?
Starving actually, but I came because I need to ask you a big favor.
Yeah, and I think Jim is he's blonde. He's a very neat. Let's say he was like maybe in the military. He doesn't have like tattoos or anything, but he does have like the kind of shorter haircut, like close cropped haircut that you'd expect from a military guy. He nods, and I think he says, I think he looks over his wife, and his wife like puts down her book, and she says, I'll let you two talk for a moment while I go get some lemonade. Does that sound good, JJ?
Sure. Thank you, ma'am. His like southern drawl comes out a little.
Why is everybody southern?
Because your accent just takes over everything. It's such a good accent that like I literally can't help but like make all the characters sound like that.
It's everybody's supposed to not have an accent.
I know.
It's supposed to be just me weirdly.
I literally can't help it.
I know, but I think it's a comical thing though that JJ just goes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So she goes in, and I think he kind of claps a hand on your shoulder, just for a moment, and says, go ahead, take a seat if you want, or you can stand, whatever you want to do. You want to maybe throw around the skin for a little while these cook?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Nods, tosses it over to you. Says, so, favor. Shoot.
Yeah, well, and then he throws it back and he just says, my little brother's in some got himself into some trouble.
And he frowns. He's like, one of these help for my friend sort of situations.
No, just I don't know if you heard about what was the girl's name that got attacked last night?
Good question. It
What was her
was
name?
it was the one you didn't like.
Was it like Patty or something?
Patty,
weird?
yeah.
He just goes
Sure.
and he claps the ball and he just says, you know how I'm sure you probably heard about how Patty got attacked last night, yeah?
I heard something went down at he frowns. Party at the beach.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there or anything like that, but
Sure, of course.
Yeah. But
What does that have to do with your brother?
my brother
Was there?
Without me, for some reason.
I don't know.
I'm very curious where JJ is taking any of this.
I'm trying to think. I think he's kind of just shooting at the hip, to be honest. He doesn't really know what he's doing. I think he's just like...
There's another Alyssa-ism for us, shooting at the hip.
Yeah, what'd I say?
No, you said shooting at the hip. It's shooting from the hip. If you're shooting at the hip, that's different than shooting from the hip.
Whatever.
Hey, spray and pray, man. Spray and pray.
Pray that it just lands, It's just like, well, he has this conspiracy that I kind of believe that the birds are doing it on purpose, or that someone's doing it on purpose.
He frowns. He's like, I gotta be honest, JJ, I have no idea what you're talking about. Catches the ball.
That's okay. You don't have to.
I mean, I think I do, depending on what the favor is.
Well, my brother needs your boat.
JJ, your brother's 10.
Yeah, I know.
The answer is no, JJ. I don't.
Coach.
What is happening right now?
I don't know.
I mean, how else was a kid supposed to ask for a boat? I don't know.
This is like
by lying about why you need it?
like, or just being like, hey, can we go out on the boat tomorrow? Hey, here's where we want to go.
I'm trying to also play into the fact that I'm scared, kind of a thing.
You're.
I don't want to lie to my coach. I love my coach.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then why did you make it that he has the boat?
I don't know.
You gotta come clean and you gotta admit to your fear to the coach that you're afraid of the killer birds.
Can I sense that this is going wrong and start trying to tinker a boat together? Just try and tinker together a raft that we can sail out.
I basically just want to be like, listen, I'm scared that my brother's going to do something stupid, and I'd rather it be in a controlled setting with your help.
Oh, with my help? You want me to come with?
I mean, I don't know how to drive a boat.
No, right. Yeah, I guess I see. There's probably no universe in which you would let you.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean. Right, how could I get right?
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
So he shakes his head. He's like, so let me get this straight, JJ. Your brother is on some sort of delusional mission, or I don't know. He thinks birds are attacking the town, and you want me to take
Didn't you hear about the kids that also got attacked at the playground today? I stopped him with my flip ball.
Birds attack people sometimes. I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with that. There's nothing bigger going on than that.
I mean, he found a microchip in one of them.
He shakes his head. He's like, listen, I know your brother, and I'm sure he found a microchip in the bird's head. Definitely.
But this is what I'm talking about. I'm scared for my brother. He's convinced himself of this, and mama leaves me in charge of him all the time. And if something happens to Golden Boy, I don't know what I'd do.
All right, go ahead and make a charm roll at this point.
Okay.
I think if you had given him some other excuse, like you would have, that contact roll would have been enough, but you literally just talked yourself into a situation where you're like, he has no reason to give you this boat.
What reason would you give a 13-year-old your boat?
Hey, we want to go out for fun.
That's why originally Mike was going to have the boat, and you could just take Mike's family's boat.
Yeah.
Why would they give a 13-year-old a boat?
Because Mike's a 13-year-old and would have just taken it.
Yeah.
Without permission.
Oh, whatever.
But hey, you succeeded, right? You got the charm roll. I think he's thinking like, okay, whatever. The 10-year-old boy wants to go out on the boat for a little while, and then we'll go back. It's not that big of a deal, right? I think he says, I'll tell you what, JJ. If your brother wants to go out on the boat, you don't have to make up a story about it, okay? We can just go out on the boat. You know I care about you, right? You don't have to make up stuff.
I'm not making up anything.
JJ, birds attacking the town with microchips in their head?
Again, I'm not sure I fully believe it myself, but I kind of believe it a little bit.
All right. Well, what we're going to do is we'll go out on the water. I'm trying to think of what would you want it to be, tomorrow or tonight, or what would you have told me?
I don't know.
I feel like time is starting to the
essence.
Right? Like, so I think it's fine if he just says, listen, my evening's free, so if we want to go out on the boat for a little while.
Sunset cruise.
Yeah, exactly. We'll go on the boat for a little while. We'll ride around. We'll show your brother that the seagulls aren't attacking people. It's just a fluke. And then we'll drive back. Okay?
JJ's like nervous because he's like, I don't want to drag you into this, but I don't know how else to stop these birds. And
Yeah.
He's like, okay.
Yeah.
Coach, I'm really sorry. I wouldn't have asked anybody else if I didn't trust you.
JJ, how are things at home right now? You seem really out of it.
I mean, you know how it is, Coach.
I don't know how it is. That's why I'm asking. I want to make sure that
There's nothing to say, Coach. You know that my dad's not around. It's just hard. I don't like to talk about it. Let's just...
Yeah, he's not around. He's a square.
I think he says, I think there's a moment where he's trying to think of something to say, and then that's where his wife comes back out with the lemonade. And then we have a moment where, she hands you a glass and you smile at her and she smiles at you, and then she goes back to read her book, and Jim takes a drink of his lemonade as well and flips the burgers and says, I think they're done. You want one?
Yeah, thanks, Coach.
He puts another hand on your shoulder. He says, hey, I'm here for you, I know your dad isn't around and I can't replace him, but next time, just come and tell me what you need, okay? Flat out. No embellishments, no stories. Just tell me you need some time away from home and we'll do it, okay? He's like, you can tell he's concocted some story in his head as to why you're really asking this, right?
Yeah. I'm like, sure thing, Coach.
Yeah. All right, you can clear your scared condition.
Okay.
Well, I guess technically according to the
rules,
rules,
you're no longer scared. You're just confused.
Yeah. I technically according to the rules, it does say that this scene cannot involve trouble, but you made your own trouble.
Right.
I'm honestly wondering if
It's
we
okay.
Just
I'm
don't...
okay with keeping the condition.
Yeah, let's keep the
based
condition.
on how that went.
Okay, according to the rules, I don't think that cleared your scare condition.
No.
And I think according to the narrative, it didn't either.
No. I think he's more scared because he's like, crap, I drugged my coach into this.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a 13-year-old boy.
Who just doesn't understand how to get things done.
Like JD does. Cool. Yeah. So
I'm good at lying to my mom because I do it all the time, but I can't lie to my father figure.
Yeah. Did you guys, JD and Arthur, did you have anything you wanted to do while this was happening?
How far away does the coach live? Where's the?
Let's say he lives somewhere.
Does he live off of Washington Boulevard?
Yeah. Somewhere around here.
I probably would have, if JJ would have said like he was going to be there for like a few hours, I probably would have like gone back home for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
In between,
Arthur?
And also like gone
Arthur's
back
got
home.
some literature to read.
Yeah, true.
I think I would go back home and try and like stock up on weapons.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Do you want to make
because like during the playground attack, like I just jumped on birds, but I'm like, we're like trying to destroy some beacon of bird homing device thing.
Yeah, I like it.
I feel like on the farm, like there would be some things that could be useful.
Yeah, get a baseball bat, put some nails through it. Right?
I was thinking like a crowbar.
Mm-hmm.
How
about we have you make a tinker roll to put together
okay.
Some weapons?
A weapon kit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like real quick, actually before never mind.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Let's see. The ability to build and manipulate, blah, blah, blah. The game master will tell you what it takes to build something. Some examples of what we needed. You might need a certain item. You need to successfully calculate, comprehend, program something. You need a lot of time. You need new tools. You know what? That roll can still stand, I think, but let me real quick. Oops. Double check these other skills. Right piece of information.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Let's do it this way. So you start to put together some stuff, right? You grab some. You're in the barn or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like grabbing some stuff, grab some tools. And your dad comes over. He frowns. He says, "What are you doing, JD?"
Gathering supplies.
For what exactly?
Dad, I just don't think you'd
Building a house?
understand.
I don't understand, which is why I'm asking.
It's just, I don't know. I think adults just aren't getting it.
He smiles wanly and he says, "I remember when I was your age, and I felt the same way a lot of times. Always felt like whatever I was going through, my parents just didn't understand. But you know me, JD. You know that I want to understand, at least."
I know. It's for a thing with JJ.
He frowns. He says, "What thing with JJ?"
And Arthur, we're doing like a project together.
Go ahead and make a charm roll. Let's just see how well that goes off, right? Because he could be suspicious, like maybe he thinks you're lying to him or something. Whoa, nice.
I turn on my puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, exactly. So you definitely succeed, but then you can choose one of these options as well.
I mean, I feel like he keeps believing me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Yeah, so he says, "Oh, yeah, well, as soon as you mention Arthur's name, he's like, "Oh, right. Okay, yeah, sure." Man, you crazy kids. I mean, what are Saturdays what are summer Saturdays for but for projects? You building a raft or something? Maybe
I'm
go on
not
the
even
lake?
quite sure what the end result's going to be. I'm just getting a bunch of supplies together for possibilities.
Possibilities. The summer is full of endless possibilities.
You feeling okay there?
I'm fine. I think he says, yeah, he pauses for a moment and then he says, I'm fine. Hey, you go have your fun. I think I need to, confer with your mother about something.
Okay.
He gives you a little kiss on the forehead and then walks away.
Love you.
Love you too. And I think before you leave, right, we see you like start to gather up stuff. Before you leave, your mom stops you, and like you're like going onto the tractor, and the sun. We see the sun is starting to go, like go into its downward path. There's definitely a better way to say that, but it's beginning the descent. Not quite actual sunrise yet. The sun is setting, yeah, but it's not actual sunset yet. Is what my point being, right? Like, yeah, we can see that the day is progressing,
beginning to set.
Yep. And your mom stops you, puts a hand on like the tractor, and looks up at you and says, "JD, there's something I want to tell you about."
Just you?
I think your father's a little bit too stubborn to talk about it in the open, but someone's got to say something. She nods.
I'm not stupid.
I know. This is why I wanted to tell you. Doctor's not sure what it is yet, but something with his lungs. He almost drowned when he was a kid. His lungs have always bothered him, but there might be something more. This last winter with that cold he got, something wasn't right. I don't want to scare you, but I think she says, I just wanted you to know, just in case.
Just in case? What's that supposed to mean?
Just in case it gets worse fast, honey.
Wait, so this isn't just like he has like a cold?
No.
And you've known this for how long now? For the doctors to not know what it is and but know that there's something wrong?
I'm sorry, we didn't want to.
How long?
A few months now.
I can't believe that. I hop on my tractor and I turn it on and it's warming up. So then I have to sit there angrily until it warms up enough for me to drive off very slowly in a huff.
But while it's warming up, she says, we weren't trying to hurt you, JD. We just didn't want you to worry. Here's a question for you. Is your family church going?
I don't think so because it's not like we're Southern. I just have a Southern accent.
I know. Yeah. Sure. I mainly because like the line that came to me was like, be praying for your dad. But if she wouldn't have said that, right, then then maybe something like I think we're gonna take a trip. Just the three of us. Right? Go visit your grandparents in Texas. Get away from things for a little while. That sound good?
I just drive away.
Yeah.
Angry, sad tears
Yeah, sure.
blowing
Alright,
in
cool.
the wind, streaming down my face.
Yes, the wind is generated by the tractor going 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, I pressed the button. Don't you worry.
The turbo has activated.
Yeah, turbo. I pressed turbo. I would like to have taken.
It's going 6 miles an hour.
I would like to have had a crowbar. Like, do I have to roll for this?
Well,
Of
you
what I
did
can
you did
have?
tinker, right? You got a 1 success, so you can't get anything crazy. If you'd like to re-roll on that, you could get something crazy, but at the very
Okay.
least, you have a crowbar to use.
Okay,
right?
yeah. I would like to re-roll to see if I can get more
Perfect.
stuff.
Go for
Nope.
it. Oof. Yeah, that's a no.
I wanted to get a crowbar and a chainsaw.
Yeah, so you have a crowbar.
Can
Like
I-
JJ and
Can
Arthur
I
don't
have a
weapons.
sawzall at least? Not a full chainsaw, but just a little sawzall.
I think crowbar makes more sense.
How can you rip and tear if the only thing you're able to do is rip?
What if I just have a little sawzall? Just
tear.
a dual wielding crowbar sawzall.
I think we'll just do crowbar. For whatever reason, you couldn't find this also.
How was Dad
JD
even
when-
supposed to believe I was getting supplies if all it took was a crowbar?
Well, I mean, you were like looking through stuff, right? You didn't. Yeah.
Would I also be able to have at least some wooden planks and nails?
Sure. Yeah.
And maybe a hammer?
Yes, you can have a hammer.
Okay.
Yeah, basically that. If like just getting 1 success is like you get basic stuff, right? Nothing fancy. Cool. Arthur, did you have any last things you wanted to do before we enter showdown?
Besides reading up on my book, my new book, and develop a plan to get JD and JJ together by the end of this
Okay.
excursion.
Yeah, Arthur, do you want to make an empathize test for me? I think like this is you reading the book, and then when they show up together and you guys are starting to get ready on the boat, right? Like, actually, here's a question, Emily. How do you bring a crowbar and wooden planks and stuff on this boat? Like, what does that look like when you bring it out of the boat and he's like, are you trying to hide it or?
Well,
Do you have
really
like a
been
big
told-
backpack or something, or a big
I
duffel
have
bag
not
that you have
yet
stuff
been
in?
told the situation.
Right. Does JJ inform JD before you guys get there?
About
The story that the coach is believing about this whole thing?
I told him the story.
No. What I'm saying is like, what would JD? Because like, if JD just shows up with a crowbar in her hands, like the coach is going to start asking questions.
It's to scare away the birds.
Right. But if you had warned her in advance, then maybe she could put like maybe everything's in like a big duffel bag or something, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I'd just be like, Coach doesn't really believe anything about the birds. Bit shocker, but
Okay. I guess I'll in that case, if he doesn't believe it, I will have a duffel bag and I will put the nails in the wooden planks to make weapon before getting on the boat, so it can all be hidden and ready to attack
okay.
easily.
Makes sense.
Instead of preparing, I was thinking I was going to prepare it on the boat,
Yeah.
but I would have it pre-prepared to have some wooden planks with nails on the end. Or-
What is being prepared with the wooden planks? Maybe I missed
I'm just going to hit the nails through the wooden planks,
Mm.
a la baseball bat nail.
Sure. Got it.
But we have planks because I live on a farm.
Mhm.
And
But this is
cheaper
all
than
in a
a
bag,
full-on
or-
baseball bat. Yeah, and a big duffel.
Cool. Yeah, just making sure. Yeah. Sure. So like JD shows up to you. I think the coach like gives you a side eye, JJ, like, okay, I didn't realize JD was coming too, but I guess that's fine.
Can I have also packed a helmet in my bag?
Sure. Yeah, like an ATV helmet or something like that.
Just any kind of helmet, protect the noggin from the bird pecking.
That makes sense though. Or like, it would have to be something you would have on the farm. So like, yeah, we can say you have like a 4-wheeler or something. So you have like a ATV helmet or something.
Any kind of helmet.
Sure. Yeah, so we just see, like, then we cut forward a little bit. We see, like, him give you the side eye, but you all get on and start, going around the water out here as the sun is setting. I assume Arthur gives him the exact coordinates of where to go, and the guy's like, humoring you, right? And then you pull around like one side of Castle Rock, and you see a giant magnetrine ship. So this is something you guys will be familiar with because of the loop technology stuff, right? Really high-tech ships that are being produced that are like, made with special technology that are faster and more durable and all that jazz. And so, they're replacing regular boats and stuff. It is like orange and gray and rusting slightly. It's 25 meters long, lying tilted to one side. I guess the ship was previously painted black, it looks like, but now it's largely rust colored because of rusting and stuff. You can see that rainwater has started to collect in the big magnetrine discs that kind of power the thing. I think I might have some art for this.
Have some visual assistance.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe that.
I wonder if Coach is going to freak out as I start passing out weapons.
Oh yeah, here's the map at least.
There is one other thing that Arthur will have done to prepare. Arthur is decked out in a makeshift Batman costume.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, I guess we never.
Looks like a rollerblade.
It kind of does. Yeah.
A rollerblade tractor.
Real quick, Arthur, do you want to make that empathize? I forgot if we never made it. Nice. I believe that means you can ask some questions. So empathize, you can ask 2 of these questions, right? To try to get the right answers to how can I make her do something is probably the one you're looking for particularly. How can I make them fall in love, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, how can I make her do something? We'll do that one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
what is her weak spot?
Since I'm trying to figure out for both of them, can I just double down on how can I make her? Can I do how can I make her and how can I make him?
I assume it was for both of them.
Okay.
I don't mind that being the case. So you can do how can I make them do something? What are their weak spots? Right.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
Cool. You guys tell me, how can we make sure that JJ and JD fall in love?
Okay. I don't know about how can I make her do something at least, but definitely what is my weak spot? My family. Mm-hmm. If you give me a nice shoulder to cry on and listen to me with everything.
Yeah,
that will seem very sweet to me.
Arthur has definitely noticed. Like, you're familiar with her family. Like, you've been there several times. You probably have figured this out, at least something about what's going on.
I mean, I show up and my eyes are like a little red.
Exactly.
I've been crying and like, why would I be crying? Like,
right. And so JJ obviously doesn't notice this because he's an oblivious 13-year-old boy. But Arthur is like, ooh, if I can make sure that JJ can tell and like comfort her, then yeah. Okay, that makes sense. What about you, Alyssa?
To make sure that I fall in love with JD.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You gotta get me. I gotta find a way to no longer see her as like
One of the
One of the
guys.
bros.
One of the guys, one of the bros, and see her as a woman.
I think that's honestly that probably makes sense as like the two answers we get, right? Is what is JD's weak spot, and then how can I make JJ fall in love? Like those still give you the right answers, just having those two. So yeah, up to you, Arthur, how you want to attempt to put that into motion. But this is what you see as you pull up to the coordinates, and it's like like a wreck on the island. And like the coach doesn't seem, he's not like super surprised by this. Like this sort of thing happens. It's not like it was necessarily hidden. It's been here for a while, so I assume that people know about it generally, right? If they have boats and they've been around the coast here, they've seen this before. But according to them, there's something important here, right? It's just a wreck, right? You do see some like old antennas sticking out. There are birds, there's seagulls on the antennas looking out at the water. Yeah.
As we're approaching, and I start seeing birds, I probably would go be like, Arthur, is this the place? Arthur?
Sorry, I'm processing. I'm thinking. That's why. That's why I'm not processing right.
Gotta get
Of course.
this.
Now,
That helps bake the potato faster.
No. Now that my potato is sufficiently baked, this is definitely the spot. It's close, somewhere nearby.
As you say that, I just start unzipping my duffel bag. And I just kind of like, I imagine it's a kind of duffel bag that has like two zippers with one like pull tab to unzip them both, and then you can open up the top so it's very open. And I'll be like, okay, everybody, choose your weapon.
I think the coach says, okay, let's hold on here for just a moment.
Coach,
JD, where'd you...
Would you like to be unarmed when the birds attack, or would you like to be prepared?
I don't believe anything.
I strap on my helmet.
Listen, it's fine if you kids want to go play on Castle Rock. It's like that's not a big deal. I personally
am going to take a crowbar and one of these planks with nails in it. Would you like a hammer?
JJ, what's going on here?
I told you, Coach. I told you exactly what is going on.
JJ, do you need anything in addition to your football?
I guess a plank would be nice.
Would you like a plank? Would you like a hammer?
The coach turns to Arthur and he says, now listen here, Arthur. We need to have a chat about what's going on. Have you dragged these two into your game here? Making up some sort of story about the birds attacking people?
Have you not been paying attention to what's been going on around town with the girl on the beach and then the playground? And
sometimes
did you hear about those wounds? No. Did you hear about the wounds?
Sometimes wildlife gets crazy. Sometimes you can provoke them without even realizing what you're doing. That doesn't mean that there's some...
How do you explain the microchips in the brains?
He just sighs. He's like, listen,
Arthur opens up his watch and shows him the two microchips that are pointing him directly, triangulating the position.
Yeah, again, he doesn't understand anything about your technology, so he's just like, he's shaking his head. He's like, listen, unless someone gives me a good explanation right now, I'm turning this thing up. And then he can't quite get it out before we see the seagulls who have been slowly gathering up on top of the antenna just swoop down. What do you guys do? They're coming to you.
I go, oh, look, clearly none of these seagulls want anything to do with us.
As he is a coach, I would like to think he has some sort of athletic ability. Mm-hmm. So I just grab a plank with nails in it and try and toss it to him so he's prepared.
Okay.
I hand Arthur a hammer to help protect himself.
I take the hammer, but I'm using the I'm using the watch.
Look,
So-
that's
so,
fine. I
real
just
quick.
don't want you to be unprepared.
Yeah, I think what ends up happening here, just because of how these sorts of stories usually go down, right? Is I think that you throw him the plank. He's trying to catch it with one hand while he already was trying to reach for the steering wheel of the boat, right? And that's when the birds are coming down, and he slips and kind of stumbles, and then slams his head on the dash of the boat here, like the steering wheel or whatever is up here, and just goes unconscious, right? Just falls to the deck and he's just out. So he's not going to remember any of this, right? Like he won't be involved. You guys have to handle it yourselves.
Let's throw him overboard. No, I'm just kidding.
We're not going to
No.
murder the coach.
I kind of want to.
No.
Look,
Arthur, no. We're
Arthur
murdering
did not
birds.
say that. Arthur did not say that. Jordan
so-
wants it.
What I'm gonna need for you guys is this is going to be a trouble with condition sort of roll. So the way that works, as opposed to we've been kind of doing a lot of soft moves here, where like you're just doing typical trouble, and the main thing that's at stake is that you failed to do what you're trying to do, right? This is going to be a threat of a condition, right? You're going to get injured if you don't succeed on this. I think I'm going to need everyone to, I'm trying to think of how many successes. Yeah, we'll just do one. Like the goal here is to not get injured, right? Like that's the stakes here is you have to be able to fight them off well enough that you're not going to get the injured condition. Everyone needs to roll force, or I guess Arthur could technically do program, I suppose. But you'll need at least one success for each person, right? Do
we get any bonus dice for me bringing all the weapons?
I believe that's how that works. Let me double check items.
Just like one extra or something.
Yeah, that's the question. Yeah, here we go. If you're building things, yeah, let's say it's a +1 per. For like probably for just JD and JJ. It doesn't sound like Arthur's going to use the
yeah, he might, depending on what happens.
You can, but if you do so, you have to use force, right? Like you can't like use program and then also get the +1 from the.
Well, I mean, sometimes programming does just feel like hitting a hammer on a computer and hoping it works,
Sure. But yeah, everyone can take a +1. I think that's what we'll assume all of these tinker items are, is you get +1 to force stuff.
Excellent.
So everybody go ahead and roll that. Ooh, okay.
There I go.
That's a 0 there, JJ.
Oh no.
Okay,
I got 2.
I was gonna say you can give a success to JJ, right?
Well, let's see what Arthur does.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing, Arthur?
I'm going to see if I can use the 2 microchips that I have and this triangulation stuff that I'm doing. I want to see if I can use my Casio C80 to make the birds turn in on each other and attack each other.
Ooh, okay. You can go ahead and do that. That'll be 3 successes.
Okay.
That you need to make that happen.
But like one success just avoids attack.
I was gonna say I don't think you can do that as the roll that you're doing. I think we need to roll force first, probably. You need to be able to like that seems like a separate thing than what's happening right here, right? Like you in this moment to prevent being injured. That's not a possible thing. It's gonna take too much time to try to set up something like that.
Okay.
Hey, there you go. Wow, even with just 2 dice. So the 3 of you managed to, and like the part of this is Arthur. We obviously see Arthur is like trying to do this triangulation thing. Like he's fiddling with things, and then only like attacking when he needs to. Right? He's like right, like just like get away, and then he turns back to his wristwatch. But JD, do you want to describe to me how you save JJ? Because you got that extra success you can give him.
I feel like JJ is probably very startled by his anchor knocking himself out on the boat dashboard.
Yeah, that's true. You probably run over
and is
to
probably
the coach,
a little
right?
concerned about his football coach.
Yep.
Lying there unconscious on the boat. And takes his focus a little bit from the birds coming.
Mm-hmm.
So since I as a previously mentioned, am dual wielding a crowbar and a nail plank, I probably am fighting my way backwards to protect as JJ is like kneeling on the floor checking on the coach. And I'm like, come on, JJ, as your coach would say, you gotta get your head in the game.
Yeah. Cool. And then, JJ, like, he's knocked unconscious, but he's not, like, bleeding or dying or anything, right? So,
Okay.
he's got a concussion. Arthur, would you like to make that roll now to see? Because, like, I think the birds have been, like, you're keeping them away for now, but, like, it's still a giant cloud of seagulls. Like, this is their home, so, like, it's definitely a dangerous situation that would probably be useful to... So your goal here, Arthur, is to get them to fight each other?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's 3 successes. Given what I know what's happening here, that's going to be 3 successes on programming. That's
Okay, but I
required.
get +2 because I'm using the thing, right?
Yeah, your iconic item.
Casio. Yeah. So I'll do that.
All right, that's just a 1. You can spend a point of luck or take a condition to reroll the failed dice.
Look, small
Question.
boy, you have so much luck.
If I re-roll and it still doesn't work, can I use my pride?
Yes. Yeah. What? Your pride is the smartest kid in school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can definitely use that to auto succeed. I
Even
think only
after
JD. Yeah. That's what it's there for. Is like a last ditch effort, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll re-roll.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Zero successes there. But gosh darn it, you're the smartest kid in school. You want to use that?
Yeah, I think I'll use the pride.
Okay,
And I
go for
think it's like this situation where he's just tired of nobody taking him seriously. It's like,
Right.
I was right about literally everything. Everything.
Sure. Yeah, and I think like only having to use your pride here, and you're not getting any like bonus effects or anything. This is like a last ditch effort. This is you barely managing to do it while you can tell that JD and JJ are being overwhelmed by the birds, and it's about to be bad. And then Arthur activates this thing on his Casio, and then they all start attacking each other and fighting and then flying away. And we see there's like general chaos on the outside of the ship now with all the birds like attacking each other. So you have an opening now if you like to like steer the boat closer and go on the shore and find a way to get into the ship. Things are safe for now.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably the one with the most driving experience here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to make a move roll for me, or actually, no, I think it'll be Tinker because I think it's like, it's like driving stuff is Tinker. I think too. Ooh,
we're gonna re-roll that.
Okay. Whoa.
3 successes.
Amazing. All right, let's take a look at.
So on the way over, I start to pull some of the microchips out of a couple of the birds that are left on the boat that are dead.
You do what?
I want to try to pull out some of the other microchips that are in the birds.
I don't think you have enough time for that. Like,
No?
it takes a while to like surgically remove these. Like if you can do that. It's just you're gonna be out here for a while, right?
Yeah.
So I get to choose 2 of these.
2 of those options. Yep.
I would like to not have to roll to drive the boat again.
Okay, perfect.
And then I want to do it. Have the bird, when the birds attacked, did it make a lot of noise already?
Yeah.
So I probably want to just do it quickly.
I will say as the GM, if you just decide to choose, you do it quietly. The chaos of the birds all attacking each other can like be cover for like it's not
then
necessarily
I'll do it quietly. I wasn't sure if like quickly or quietly.
Yeah.
Both of them are trying to help with stealthy kind of stuff, so I wasn't sure which one was.
Yeah.
So then we'll do it quietly.
Sweet.
I'll slowly like idle steer into where we need to be.
Perfect. Yep. So you managed to get on the shoreline here next to the big ship, and then you kind of have to like look around to try to see if there's like a way to get inside. Would you like to roll investigate someone to do so?
My
Is the best.
investigate, I would be rolling a total of 2 dice. Anybody else have better?
JJ also has 2 dice. Arthur.
Which JJ would actually be 1 die.
Yeah, that's true. 4 dice for Arthur, so that makes sense.
I think Arthur should investigate then.
Go for it. Nice.
Yeah.
2 successes. I believe this is a question thing as well. And you can ask an additional question here. You can ask 3 questions total, Jordan. You get a +1 die on 1 roll when you use the information. Right, because primarily you're trying to get inside the ship, but if you have any other questions. Right, so how can I get into the ship is obviously one of them.
Yeah. Let's do, how can I get into the ship? I don't know. What do you guys think? What is hidden here and where is it? Or would I kind of already know that with my tracking?
I mean, I feel like we kind of know what's hidden here, but it would still be helpful to know where, like, is the triangulation enough to know exactly where it would be on the ship? Probably not. Like, it's just leading us to the ship. So that could be helpful. Or, like, what threats can I perceive here would be like birds, but maybe there's people here too. So I feel like both of those could be helpful. Whichever you prefer.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we're already going to be prepared. Like, I feel like we're going into it knowing that there's going to be birds trying to attack us, and probably once we get here, weird scientists trying to attack us. So, like, it could be more helpful to, like, be able to pinpoint, like, oh, we go in the boat right here, and I can tell that it's going to be, like, I know ships really well for some reason, and the safest place on a ship to put this thing where it can still transmit stuff would be right here in this room. Could be more helpful than what threats can I perceive, which would be birds and bird people.
Bird plane. So then last one would be either what does it mean or what has happened here.
Wait. Oh, you're still figuring out which questions.
Well, I know.
Wait, does he only get 2 questions or 3 questions?
3.
Oh, so do you want to just do, like, where is it and what threats can I perceive? Or, I mean, either way. Because I don't know if we'd be able to, like, find any extra meaning here versus if we were at, like, a DARPA place. Like, here, it's just going to be like, what does it mean? It means this is where the birds come, and then they microchip them. But that's my opinions.
So first question, at least, how can I get into the ship? There's an entrance blocked by a metal beam. So, like, you will have to move the metal beam to get inside, but there is an entrance.
Wish I friggin' had a sawzall.
Well, you do have a crowbar.
Yeah, but it's a metal beam.
Yeah, but you use leverage. You got planks of wood, too.
I'll also do where is it for sure.
So where is it being the machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Whoop.
Oh, sorry. I just realized I wasn't muted. Sorry.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, sorry.
Either.
I was like, my husband brought me a strawberry cinnamon roll.
Nice. Yeah, I think you were muted because I didn't hear anything.
Oh, I definitely was not. I was just really quiet. Anyway, I'm sorry. Continue.
That's okay. So it's in the machine room, and is that what is zoomed in here?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, so it's up towards the top near the bridge.
Then I guess for the last one, I'll do what threats can I perceive here.
Threats. There are birds still inside, and like you can see them flying in and out of the vents and stuff. Is where they're still around. They're like there's chaos outside here, but like you haven't your thing did not. And I think what happened, honestly, Arthur, like you did it, and then like you can tell that it's not going to just continuously do it wherever birds are. It's just you managed to set off something that you couldn't really replicate, but like at least out here the birds are going crazy. So it's not like a constant field thing like the other effect, but
Yeah.
And then there is a person inside too. Like I think maybe you see like a can. Let's say there's like a can of soda, like an empty can of soda on the rocks here. That is the same thing you saw in like the recycling bin at Lena's house.
What brand of soda?
A very particular, like it's like a very particular. I don't know specifics, but like something that would be obscure enough that it would be noticeable, right? That would be the same one, right? Some, I don't know, maybe a bottle of Mexican Coke, or something foreign or something off-brand or obscure.
I just imagine that it's one that Arthur, like because there's like the competing soda brands.
It's a can of Dr. Thunder.
Oh, right, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I just imagine this one and Arthur's just like, they don't even have good taste.
Sure.
I don't know. But yeah, okay.
And maybe as you're getting closer to the entrance, you even hear like a clatter of something up above that would be too heavy to be made by a bird, right?
And I look up and wonder, what is the matter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then does JD go and try to...
Yeah, can I use my crowbar to try and get this?
Yeah, I was gonna say someone
door
needs to roll
open?
like force to try to get the door
Yeah,
open.
I'll
Okay.
use force with my +1 with a crowbar.
Mhm,
While she's going up to do that, I go over to JJ, or Arthur goes over to JJ and goes, JJ, does she seem okay to you?
I don't. This isn't really the time for that, bro. Like,
Seagulls going crazy around you.
I mean, don't you think she maybe could just use, I don't know, just a little bit of help with the crowbar and getting it and leveraging it?
oh, yeah, of course, yeah, I'll go help her. Yeah, no problem. I got it.
Yeah.
So I can like go over there and like.
Yeah, you can give her a die, right? Like you can
Yeah.
definitely help her with it. That makes sense.
Okay, so I get 2 bonus dice.
I think so.
Slow and subtle, just like the chapter said.
Oh my gosh.
That
Okay,
was really bad.
I have to re-roll that.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you fail this, you're gonna get a condition.
Well, I'm gonna get condition anyway
Okay,
because I have to take. I don't have any luck left. I have to take a condition to get this open.
got it.
You don't have your pride anymore, do you?
No, that was used last time to save Patty.
Right.
I guess I'm gonna take the condition upset.
Makes sense.
I'm like forcing
Kind of
open
an
this.
upsetting situation.
It's an upsetting situation, and then I'm like, wow, I just can't succeed at anything. Everything's falling apart around me.
Even saving my dad's life.
Exactly. One
Hey.
success
There you go.
out
That's
of
all you needed,
18 dice. Oh my gosh.
That's how I felt earlier. 21 dice, not for the
Mhm.
same roll, but
Yeah.
14 for the same roll.
Yeah, so you managed to get the whatever and it's not even that like you move the entire metal beam and it crashes down or anything. It's literally just like you get it the door cranked open enough that and maybe like put a rock in the way or whatever, right? So it like stays open and then you can go forward into the bowels of the ship. Cool. Are you planning on being quiet as you go in?
I mean, I'm not good at being quiet. I'm just kind of good at getting things done. So
Yeah, but you also chose the quietly
right.
option. So I'm
That's I'm like,
assuming
we can try to be quiet.
Yeah. Well, as a note, in this game, everyone rolls, and then if anyone gets extra successes, they can give it to friends, right?
Okay, sure. So are we all going to roll sneak then?
Yeah, I think so. Let's have everybody roll sneak.
Okay. Oh.
All right. One success.
I got a success.
You're covered. Ooh, JJ's not.
So, since I'm wearing the Batman costume, can I get a net of
No. No. All right. So like a JD would.
Can I reroll?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Wait, you have one die. Why are you doing that?
This boy still has so much freaking luck left.
Yeah, he just really wants to be Batman right now, I guess.
He does.
JJ it's not going to matter unless you get 2 successes. You're not going to be able to sneak as a group here. Like one of you is going to be unstealthy. So if you would like to reroll again,
I'm not
JJ?
rerolling. I'd have to take a second condition for that.
Well, yeah, I'm talking to JJ.
Sorry.
Yeah.
JJ would actually have to roll 3 successes. No.
No.
Yeah.
No. She just has 1 less die. Right.
I see.
But yeah, she would need to get 2, or he, the JJ's character. You need to get 2 successes to make the stealth work because you would have to give 1 to Arthur too. So up to you if you want to take those odds, JJ. But
like if I re-roll,
yeah, it's not good odds, but
I don't think it's that worth it.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, sounds good. So you will be noticed. All right.
Good. I want people to notice my Batman cosplay.
Let's see here. Okay, sounds good. I'm just taking a little white notes here. All right. So, I assume you're just like climbing up to the top where the machine is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think so.
Just double checking. All right. So we see you guys like climb over, the innards of this ship. Like there's a bunch of like broken pieces and stuff falling apart. You make your way through a machine room, storage facilities. You have to climb up through the tilted ship towards the cockpit, the top of the vessel. And you kind of pop your heads over like up into the kind of top there. Through like a hole in the floor, and you see the machine blinking at you in the main room here. So it's this big number 5 thing right there in the cockpit. There's 2 seats where the ship would be piloted right here. You guys are you would have to be coming up the ladder basically, right? And you see the bird machine. It kind of looks like an arcade machine, an arcade game. Has blinking lights, long metallic arms. It looks like it's powered by like a large generator with a battery. There are also hundreds of birds in here. Like you pop your head up and there's birds everywhere. And the entire surface, every surface in this room is covered by bird droppings, feathers, carcasses of dead birds. There's a bunch of random tools that maybe you would find in a ship. And you don't see anyone immediately as you pop your head up. But all the birds turn to look at you as one.
God.
What do you do?
Are they all seagulls?
Yeah, it's seagulls and crows and stuff like that.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like me and JJ need to pop up and give Arthur cover so he can go disable the machine. Is my immediate thought.
A bird grenade.
A grenade of birds or for birds?
Yes,
Hmm.
both.
I did think about asking. I thought this would freak out the coach a little too much if I offered you a handful of nails and see if you could make some sort of explosive and use that as shrapnel to injure people, but seemed a little too far.
We'll save it for the gang wars in 10 years.
So, what do you do in the immediate? As you pop your head up, there's literally like a moment, like the birds are maybe even going to attack you. Like, I'm just curious what you do in the immediate.
That's why I'm like, I feel like that once again, the plan should be like, we try and get Arthur up there to do whatever to the machine as fast as possible while me and JJ focus on
the birds
defensive measures to protect him.
I think before you guys tense to do that, and then you hear a door creak behind you, and there's like a storage room like behind you in this like upper level, right? And a thin middle-aged woman with untidy long blonde hair steps out. She's dressed in an extremely dirty science lab coat. And she says, "Donald, is that you? Are you there, my love?"
Is Lena the crazy woman? She's obsessed with him.
I just maybe whispered to JJ and be like, "Can you pretend to be this Donald guy?"
They're just like, I'm really not into it. Oh god. Okay, yeah.
And she has, I think Lena has like a hammer or something. Like she's, "Who's there?"
I think JJ like tries to like make his deep voice like a little deeper, and he just goes, "Oh, Lena, it's me."
She like notices that like she looks and like sees.
"I want to take you on a love vacation."
She sees like the three of you just like in the ladder, like you're literally like on the ladder right there. And it is kind of like dim up here, right? Like there's not like the sun is almost set at this point, so it is like sort of dark up here. But she like squints and then I think let's I think let's do this. So the way this game, the way the adventure wants us to do this is we're going to do extended trouble here, which is like kind of like a skill challenge sort of thing.
Okay.
What's at stake is, right, what will happen if you fail is, right, the machine will continue working. That's the main thing, right? You want to get the machine to turn off so this thing stops, right? If you fail, that will not happen. The threat level is going to be because you weren't able to sneak up here. She's prepared for you. You actually notice as you turn around, Alyssa, to look at her, she has a giant hawk on her shoulder.
Oh, God.
So this is going to be you're going to need 6 successes to succeed. But the way this is going to work is a series of rolls, right?
Okay.
Where you all can do different things to try to solve the general issue here, right? Like turn off the machine, right?
Okay.
Solve the problem here. Then the next step here, so that's the number of successes you need. Next we make a plan. You guys are going to decide what you want to do. You agree on which skill each one of you will use and in what order you will then act to make your roll. The kids get to choose which skills to use, but the game master can disallow any clearly unreasonable skill uses. And then each kid gets a scene to act and roll for their chosen skills. Success goes towards reaching the threat level, but can also be used for bonus effects. If there is time, which there is not, you could roll lead to create a dice pool. I don't think, I guess, well, JD, I guess there was a moment before you came up here. You could have rolled lead if you would like to. I know that you have that skill, right? That's you that has that skill, right?
I do have one in lead.
Let's go ahead and let's have you roll that. Alyssa, do you have lead?
I do, but I only have a +1 and I have a condition right now, so.
Okay.
I mean, I only have a +1 in it too, but who cares? Let's try. Yep. Why don't we just try to do this? Even if we might fail, let's try. We have to try. We've made it all the way out here. Why not give it our all?
What's the condition of failure, though? Like, if we fail a lead roll,
this is just helping.
So that's a fair point.
Does anything happen?
It could. It depends on what I'm deciding, what I decide here, because it could be trouble with the. Let's see. You inspire and prepare them. Roll to overcome trouble. Yeah, I don't think anything bad's gonna happen if you fail this.
Okay, so then there's no risk to.
We left the safety of our homes to drive out here. We left a coach unconscious on a boat. We got to do everything we can to stop these birds.
Can all of us roll lead?
I think you guys could. Well, I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. No, I don't think any the rest of you could roll lead. I was trying to think if you could give her like a help die, but I don't think that makes sense either. Like the way lead is, like one person is leading, right? Perfect.
I got
okay, so
success.
If you'd like to like do a condition, the way it works is with one success, you have a dice pool of 2 that you can give, right?
Okay.
If you get 2 successes, that's 4 dice. If you get 3 successes, that's 6 dice. So if you'd like to like take a condition to roll again, get some more dice, you can. Bonus effects.
Subtract 1 from
bonus effects for lead. You can heal conditions. Or I guess this is this is a different thing.
That's like, wait a second.
If you spend, I see. If you spend time privately with another kid, you can use roll lead to do that. But that's not what's happening right now.
No. Like, is it worth it to get -2 on all of my rolls?
Right. No.
I feel like it's not worth it to re-roll. So this gives us 2 dice to give.
Because if you even just get, like, if you get 1 more success, then we are +2 still. And you are -2 die.
Right.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Okay. We'll just leave it at having the 2 pool dice.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah. So let's figure out what you guys each want to do. So JJ, you're trying to charm her.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. What's your exact goal here? Like, what are you actually attempting to make happen there?
I think my goal is to like make her like pause and like distract her.
Okay.
Focus on me. It's basically what I'm trying to get her to do.
Yeah. Focus on her so that she won't, like, Jordan can jump up and do his thing. Yeah. Okay. What about you, JD? What are you planning on doing?
I'm trying to use force to make sure these birds don't attack Arthur.
Sounds good. And then Jordan, what are you doing?
Yeah. See, I have so many options.
I think it's probably just program, right? Like to break the bird machine.
Yeah. Yeah. My first thought was to just go run up and unplug the stupid thing. That's 1.
Mm-hmm.
2, try to program and like tinker, not tinker, but like program and try to mess with it that way. The third thing was to try to buy us a little more time to work on that and do that and do it in a safer environment by trying to do the same thing I did with the birds out there, but try to get the hawk to turn on her.
Oh, okay.
So but I don't know. Between those 3, I probably just want to get the machine.
I feel like if you get the machine, that gets all the birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like you should do machine. Do you have luck left still?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think you should go last, and I think I should give you both the extra dice because then that gives you 4 extra chances to get stuff because you have luck. And JD or JJ, do you have 1 luck left or no?
I have 1 luck left.
As 1 note for extended trouble, let's see. Yeah, if the final sum of 6s, so that the outcome is decided by these factors, right? If the final sum of 6s are less than half of the threat level, the kids have failed completely. If the number of successes reaches half or more of the threat level, so 4 or higher, or
3 or higher.
Yeah, 3 or higher. Yep. The kids can check additional conditions to get more 6s in order to reach a compromise. If you have conditions that haven't been marked, you can spend them extra to like make sure that you succeed for sure. Each added condition counts as an extra success. The kids can make themselves broken to succeed if they want to. You can go all the way. You can like literally destroy your character. If the kids reach the threat level this way, they will achieve a part of their goal. So if you don't quite get 6 successes with all your rolls here, because you only get 1 roll, right? You can push yourself at the end to like get a compromise, some sort of middle ground between Success. If you reach the threat level without checking extra conditions, you achieve your goal and overcome the trouble.
So I feel like it would make sense to have JJ go first, then me to attack birds, and then Arthur to deactivate the bird program and destroy the machine.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
So wait. No, continue. My thought was completely unrelated to this. Keep going.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm gonna go then.
I think I think it's you first, right? Like, so
Yeah,
you're
charm the pants off of her.
Well,
there we go.
Don't charm the pants off of her.
Let's actually role play this out first. I'm not sure what's happening here yet.
Okay.
Right? Like, what is are you pretending to be Donald? Is that what's actually happening?
I think so.
Okay. So what do you say? Because she's like looking around, squinting, like, where are you?
Right. Like, I think and like JJ usually has his hood up, so I think he has his hood up.
Yeah.
You know, and I think he just says, yes, Lena, it's me. I'm back.
Why did you leave me? I've been so alone. I've been doing what you asked me to do.
It's okay. I'm back now. We can
Takes
be
a step
together.
forward. Yeah, she takes a step forward.
You mean that, Dawn? I thought that when you left, I guess I assumed that I failed you. You thought I wasn't worthy to. But do you see what I've done for us, Donnie? You see what I've done? I made it work. The birds, they follow me now. So many of them. They're doing exactly what I tell them to do.
JJ's so scared.
Okay. I figured it out. JJ's a bard. JD is a barbarian. And Arthur is an artificer.
Yeah. JD could be like a little bit of druid thrown in there, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, should I like re-roll like my failed dice with my luck? Like, I feel like this is
so as it stands right now, like you've only gotten one success, so it's like slightly distracting her, but like
this is like our last big rolls of the game. I feel like
right.
So
I should probably just do it. So if I just click re-roll, it'll just re-roll my failed dice. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Ooh,
Double
nice.
success.
I'm such a good Donald.
Or-
Wow.
already,
Apparently, I
right?
was like, I can't lie to coach, but I can lie to women.
Yikes.
I mean, that's pretty on par for JJ.
Yeah, I guess. So as it stands right now, you've got 3 successes out of 6. You've already won with a compromise no matter what, right? Like, so that's a great way to start it off. So yeah, so I think the hawk that's on her shoulder is like definitely sensing that something is wrong here, but it's a hawk, so it's like its sight, it's its main thing. It can't see very well as to what's going on here. So but like, yeah, she's definitely like,
Well, please, you come up here, Donna. I wanna see you. I wanna touch your face.
so what happens next? Like JD's next thing is like she's gonna be like protecting Arthur. So would you guys like go up and like is JD like maybe backing up like with Arthur as JJ goes forward?
I mean, I feel like aren't we like on the ladder already? So we just kind of like scramble up.
Right, exactly.
And
Yeah.
JJ stays there.
Well, does JJ stay on the ladder or does he get up too?
Well, so wait, so she's behind. So like we were starting to go up the ladder.
So
and she's
as a note,
behind us,
here's the
right?
map here, right? Right here. You guys are on the ladder right here. She came out of this room.
Okay,
Oops, sorry.
hold on. I like
GM
cannot
is
see.
not.
What? There we go.
Yeah. So this is the ladder you're climbing up. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the room she's in. She came out the
I didn't
door.
see anything.
I assume you guys were like facing towards the machine, right? At first.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, there's the machine right there. So she's like walking towards the ladder. So I just like, JJ could like go down the ladder and be like, chase me or whatever. But like, otherwise, JD, I assume that at least JD and Arthur get up the stair or the ladder and go towards the machine.
Yeah.
Right. What did JJ do then?
Well, I got 3 successes, so I feel like, right, I'm just trying to think what he would like tell her.
Lena, I would like to do the Titanic thing with you. Meet me on the deck.
Well, there's not really a deck on this ship, but yeah.
Meet me on the deck. I said what I said.
Yeah, maybe.
Goes out a hatch and then tries to stand up and just slides off the edge.
Because I want to draw her away from them. So
I mean, you could go down the ladder and be like, "Follow me, we're leaving."
Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably what he does.
How does JJ say it though?
I think JJ just says like,
"Come on,
I'm
babe,
coming.
Let's
Let's finish what we started." Kind of a thing.
Where are you going?
Just follow me. He says this. He's like several paces ahead of her.
Yeah. And she just is confused and starts to get down towards the ladder. And then I think that's the moment where Arthur, you put your hand on the machine, and as soon as your hand touches the machine, all the birds and then just start to like go freak out. So now it's JD just be like, yeah. So like again, she's confused. She's gonna try to chase after you, JJ, but like all the birds are still like freaking out. So yeah, Emily, go ahead and roll a force roll with your bonus die.
Can I get 2 because I'm dual wielding?
No, I don't think so.
Look, I had to try.
You did.
Here we go.
Oof.
No successes. I would like to re-roll and take a condition.
Okay.
Why not at this point?
Oh, I don't think Alyssa gave herself any bonus dice from your lead thing, so Jordan has both of them then.
Right. That's I'm like
Yeah, that was the point.
That was the
Okay,
plan
okay.
is for Jordan to have
Sweet.
Arthur to have both.
Sure.
So I'm gonna re-roll because now I'm scared. Now I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, like we're in here. I'm in here surrounded by
Hundreds
of birds.
Yeah.
A lot of birds. And I'm trying to fight them off, and it is not going well. And I don't know if Arthur, look, I try to have full faith in Arthur, but when push comes to shove, he is a 10-year-old boy.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, there's a lot of pressure being put on this.
Like he's just a little child. Like this is actually kind of scary. Stacy's starting to make a point here. Like maybe I'm just gonna die. It was all fun and good. Like I have a helmet on, but like my neck is still exposed.
Yeah.
Arthur's just a little guy.
Okay,
Just a little goblin.
Go.
Hey.
2 successes.
Nice. We're at 5 successes. Congrats, guys.
Okay. Come on, Arthur.
Yeah, so we just see JD just swinging at these things. And like probably JD, like the big hawk that was on her shoulder goes towards you too. And that's like the big victory that you get is like you smash your crowbar down on him and he's like, and breaks his wing. Yeah. Cool. Arthur, I'm gonna try to break this machine.
Come on, Arthur.
Time to program +4.
I'm giving you +2, and then you're using. Can you use the watch? Yeah.
Yeah.
So +4.
Okay.
Nice. There you go. You've already succeeded.
I think you should use a luck point.
Is there any benefit or disbenefit to rerolling?
You could get more bonus successes if you cared about that.
Does that help us that much?
He technically got 1 over the required amount, right? You have 7 successes. So with a program, you could show off, do it quickly, get new or unexpected information if you cared about that at all.
Is there a way like the bonus successes can like make sure it's destroyed forever?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future. You can say permanently, no one will ever be able to work this thing again.
We'll go and do it. There's another success. There we go.
Oof, nice. Yeah, I mean, you can do 2 things now, right? Like, you can do that, and you can, because you got 7 already, and then you're at 8 successes total. So you have 2 extra you can spend to do stuff.
All right. Let me go scroll back up and read.
Yeah,
He just posted it again.
Oh, I did. Okay.
I think-
Definitely, you don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future. Would doing it quickly have any benefit?
It would make sure that Alyssa's character isn't far away, being chased by her when this goes off, right?
Let's do that.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, so the thing shuts off. And I think like part of this is like, this thing attracted the birds too. So as soon as it gets turned off, like the birds like they pause for a little bit. And are maybe trying to fly away from you, Emily, from JD, and then JD is still like swinging. And as soon as you like take a couple swings at them when they're not like under the control of the machine, they're like, "What is happening? Oh my gosh, we should get away from this, right? Like, why are we doing this?" And then they all just like start flying out the window and out of the vents and stuff, right? And then just like go crazy and fly away. And I think the machine obviously
by and by.
Yeah, the machine obviously like makes a big and like turns off. And then we see we get a shot of JJ like walking away with Lena following him, right? She's saying like, "This way, Lena," right? Like, and Lena is like, "Where are we going?" And then like the machine turns off and she hears it. And she says, "No. She starts to turn back towards the ladder. Do you do anything?
Drop kicker. No,
It's over, Lena.
she turns around. And she
Lena,
just hears running.
I never loved you.
Dang.
Say it ain't so.
Stay away from me, you crazy scientist bird lady.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like. Do I just throw my football at her and knock her unconscious?
You could, yeah.
Can I do that?
Sure, yeah.
Something I could do, please.
Give me
a joke about drop kicking, but
give me a force roll with your iconic item bonus.
Excellent. That's all I really wanted to do.
There you go. Yeah,
Just enough.
Slams her head into the ladder rung and then just goes down.
that's 2 adults we've managed to knock out today.
Okay, we only knocked out one of them. One of them knocked themselves out.
Oh, that's fair. Partially our fault.
I don't know what we're gonna do with her though. Like,
I mean, I think we like cut forward in time quite a bit, right?
Okay.
Like maybe even like a week or something, right? I think just because we don't have to deal with any of the like, how do we get them out? What happens when we find our coach are still unconscious outside? Like we just skipping through.
I drive the boat back to shore because I don't have to roll for that.
Exactly. Yes. So none of that matters. So we just got to skip ahead. And at the very least, it's like next week that we're picking up again. And let's get a scene for each of you in your everyday life again, as to show like an epilogue, like aftermath of each of this. Who'd like to go first? And we'll get bits and pieces of what happened since the time skip in each of these scenes, right? As we like wrap up your guys' arcs. Maybe we get Arthur first.
Arthur is still trying to set those 2 up.
Right. Yeah. So I think that would be a fun thing to end on.
Yeah.
At least that like the possibility of whether or not they get together is something I'd love to end on. Is there something else that we can like? I'm just throwing out ideas. Like what do we think is like? What are the things that we need to get wrapped up? From each of the kids, right? Like I feel like JD needs to have like with her dad, right? JJ probably with your mom.
I was gonna say visiting Ham.
Oh yeah, going back and seeing Stacy.
And we have a lasting relationship.
Right, with Ham, yeah.
That's the real relationship that I wanted all along.
Let's start with that. Let's start with that one. I think we see Lena actually. She's still a little like, but like is she actually
They didn't arrest this woman?
Did you turn her into the police?
Yes!
Okay, all right.
Are you kidding? Of course we did.
Sounds good. So I think what happened though is like you turned her into the police. They went to the like none of the so the thing it says here the after the showdown notes is even if the kids manage to stop Lena, she will never admit to what she has done. The technology of the bird machine is strange, and even if the kids show it to some adults, they won't believe it had anything to do with the bird attacks. Most of the birds with implants will escape. Even if the kids manage to catch one and show it to the police, they won't connect it to the bird attacks. Like we get through all of that. Lena does not get arrested. Like none of that.
It's a classic like Phineas and Ferb versus Candace situation.
Okay, then yes. I am not going nowhere near Stacy. Like, sorry, like I am not going anywhere over there. Like that woman is cray.
Probably the first thing we see then is Lena at her house, packing some bags. And Stacy is like leaned up against the threshold of like the bedroom door, the door frame, saying, "Where are you gonna go?" And Lena, who again looks, she's showered, she has new clothes on, she looks a little bit better, right? She says,
"I have to go find him. I know he's out there somewhere. He's waiting for me somewhere."
And Stacy's like frowning. She's like,
"Aunt Lena, he doesn't care about you. You gotta accept that. You gotta move on. Please, just stay here with me."
And Lena's shaking her head. She's like,
No. Listen, Stacy,
and she like pulls out a bit like a lockbox.
She says, I put some money in here for you. I got some cash out of my bank account. You should be able to stay here for a while without any trouble. I'm sorry about what happened, but you can stay here for as long as you want. I have to go.
She like grabs her suitcase, clicks it closed, and grabs it and starts to take off. Ham, nuzzles against her leg for a moment. She pets the dog and
says, "You take after my niece. You hear?"
She barks. Lena gets to the door, turns back. Stacy says,
"Take care of yourself, Aunt
Lena." And Lena just gets like a faraway look in her eyes. And we see her turn back. And we think that maybe she's going to like change her mind or like go and hug Stacy or something. But she like walks over to like the coffee table, takes like a picture of Donald off, like, and like holds it close to her chest for a moment. And then holds it in her left hand, and then with her right hand picks up her suitcase again, and then walks off. And Stacy's just shaking her head as she leaves. If you would like to come visit her after this happens, we could do that, JJ.
Would she like call me and tell me?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Let's say that JJ is at his house, right? And we see your mom in the background. Let's say that it's I don't know. Did you guys want it to be the evening, afternoon, whatever day it is? Like any particular time?
Probably afternoon, because my mom's probably gonna go out to her book club again.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Something like that, right? We see her in the background, like like a mirror in the hallway or something, or right by the door, like checking her makeup and like her outfit and just making sure she's ready to go for like her outing. And we see you like, grab the phone as it rings and answer. What does JJ say? Did you say like, "Hey"?
Well,
you don't know who it is, right?
He just says, "What's my last name? What's her last name?" Woods. He just says Woods residence.
"Oh, hey, this is Stacy. I found your guy's name in the phone book. I hope this isn't too forward or anything, but I just thought I'd give you a call."
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think I'll be fine for a while. My aunt took off. She's gonna go find that guy of hers. She left me some money, so I think I'm gonna stay in town for a while.
Well, I'm glad you're
wondered if-
safe.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I mean, I was just wondering if you still wanted to, come over and maybe, I don't know, watch a movie.
Let me check with my mom. Mom!
Yes.
Hey, my friend wants to know if I can come over and watch a movie. Would that be alright?
Which friend, Mike? He's like, putting mascara on.
Trying to think if I lie to her. I feel like I do. Like I'm like, yeah, it's Mike.
Go make a charm roll for me.
Cool.
Oh, we can clear all your conditions, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool. Hold on. Let me do that real quick. Okay, there we go. I'm not afraid.
Oof.
But I'm not very charming.
Got any luck left?
No, I used it.
Very good. I think in these any rolls we're gonna make here, because I let you clear conditions, I think we'll say you can't spend conditions to do, like we're in the kind of like epilogue stuff. So we'll just say she frowns and she says, "No, wait a second, Mike is gone. They went to Disneyland." She says, yeah, she's like, JJ.
What? Okay, it's
Is this
new
a girl?
Friend.
It's a girl, isn't it?
It's a new friend of mine.
You're not allowed to see a girl.
I'm allowed to say JD. What's the difference?
She's a nice girl.
This is a nice girl too.
I don't know this girl. She like was putting mascara on. Besides, you have to watch your brother tonight. What do you say to her? She's like, are you there, JJ?
Yeah, Stacy, I'm sorry. I've got to watch my brother tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. I'll call you again some other time. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. I'll try again another time. I'm sorry.
And then you hear a woof, woof on the line, and she's like, "Oh, Ham says hello."
Yeah, be sure you pet him for me.
Of course. All right, well, take care of yourself, JJ.
Thanks.
See you around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom, that was awfully rude.
And she's already like at the door and like has her like purse, and she says, he says, "I'm not gonna let you turn out like your father, JJ. You're not gonna get some girl pregnant." She like opens the door.
Not what this was, Mom.
Mm-hmm. That's what your father said too. All right, see you later. Don't stay up too late. You say anything? This will be the moment you stand up to your mom.
Can I make a move roll to like push past her and just walk away?
Sure. Yeah.
So that way she like has to stay home because I like leave the house.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Just like not say anything?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say, can I throw my football at her and make
I want you to succeed this so badly.
Okay. All right.
It's such a power move.
Hey, there you go. Yeah. See, you walk past her and she tries to grab your arm and you just like pull out of her grip, right? And she's like, JJ, where are you going?
Anywhere but here. Actually, I think she doesn't say anything. I think literally doesn't say anything.
Yeah. You just walk. JJ, I am going out. Don't make me call a babysitter. JJ. Yeah.
Just do. And I think he just like whispers, just doing what Dad did.
Oh, dang. Yikes. Yeah. Arthur, where were you during all of this? Like, you're obviously at home, but like,
he's probably like sitting at the kitchen table that I like brush past and he's just like, see you, bro.
I think he storms out and Arthur just yells, "Bye, JJ, have fun." And then he's like at the table and he's like got his comic book like outside of the love book that he's reading.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so I think your mother turns back to you. And well, actually, here's the question, Arthur. Did your whole thing, the thing you wanted to do for sure, was like get them together? Was like try to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think what happens probably is your mother. I think your mother looks at you, Arthur, and then says, "Arthur, honey, I hate to ask this, but you're a growing boy. You're getting older. Do you think you could look after yourself tonight? It's really important that I go on this date with the girls."
Before she even gets to the end of the sentence, he points, and there's a chair where his PJs and his toothbrush and everything are already ready and set up.
Yeah. It's like,
and he doesn't even look up from his book. He's just and then he points over, and then he just gives the thumb up.
Yeah.
Says, "Have a good time, Mom. Be careful."
"Thank you, dear. Oh, why couldn't JJ be more like you?" And then she, leaves, closes the door behind her. Well, and then let's go over to JD for a bit. JD, there were a couple of ways we could do this. I was thinking maybe you could be at the doctor's office with your father. You could be getting ready to go on that vacation that your mom said you're going to go on. What do you think?
Probably vacation.
Okay, yeah. So you're packing, getting ready for that.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think I don't know. You're a nurse, Emily. What would be some visible sign that he's been to the doctor and they've maybe given him something? Even I guess it could just be pills that he packs. But if he has some sort of really bad I'm thing, what sort of things could we visually show that he's this is really rough for him? Because I'm thinking maybe even not, maybe he's not going to Texas. Maybe you guys are going to Arizona or something. Because maybe it's some sort of mold or something where he needs to be in a really dry environment, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it would just be pills.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe some inhalers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some sort of inhaler type thing. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so we just see him packing that, and he, I think maybe there's a moment where you see him pack the pills, and you guys meet eyes for a moment, and he kind of walks over and just kind of hugs you to himself for a little bit, kisses you on the forehead. He says, "This is going to be good, JD. It's going to be good. We'll get away from everything for a little while." And I think, JD, the more that this has been being pushed on, the more that this has progressed, rather, the talk about the vacation and what this is going to be, you realize that it's not a vacation. It's an extended stay. You're not actually sure if you're coming back. Because, it's one of those things where, if your dad stays here, the humidity is going to kill him, right? He's literally going to die. So they're trying it. They're going here for maybe again a stay, right? With your grandparents. You're not sure how long. There's no end date on it, right? It's just gonna be we'll see how it goes.
And then I'm probably just hugging him, and I probably just look up while hugging him and just kind of be are we ever coming back here? Am I ever gonna see my friends again?
I really want to say yes, dearie, but I don't know.
And he gets down on one knee and kind of he's leaning, looking at you, more down. Because I think maybe you're. Sorry, I'm just trying to frame the scene in my head. Maybe you sit on the bed, because you're in the bedroom or whatever. You sit on the bed for a moment. He kneels down, and he puts a hand on your leg, and he says, probably hand on top of your hand on your leg, right? And he's squeezing it, and he says,
I'm really sorry about all of this. I didn't want it to go this way.
If it was up to me, I would just keep trucking out there, working day in and day out until it killed me.
But Daddy, it's not your fault. I don't want you to stay out here and keep doing worse.
Yeah, he nods and he says, and that's why I appreciate you and your mother so much. You're much smarter than me and much more stubborn. And I think he says, but hey, your cousin's in town here, and we'll say you have some random cousin who also lives in this city, right? You can come visit. You can see your friends again. I can't promise you much, but I can promise you that. What matters to you matters to me. So we'll make it work.
I'd probably just like look him in the eyes and just so sincerely go, Do you think JD would take good care of my tractor?
JJ, you mean?
Yeah. I was thinking JD is my tractor too. Do you think JJ would take good care of my tractor for me while we're gone?
He smiles. He's a real nice boy. I'm sure if you asked him, he would.
Okay.
And the way he says, like, if you asked him, he would, rings in your head a little bit, right? And then do we see JD walk across the property line over to... Well, actually, maybe you just see JJ walking by on the road, right? Like maybe we see you go out to your tractor or whatever, right? And you see JJ walking by. Wait, here's a question. Did JJ walk to JD's house, or is he walking to Stacy's house? Or he's walking to, like, where are you going?
He's walking to JD's house.
Okay, yeah. So you just see him, like, maybe you go out to look at your tractor or do whatever, you know.
Because, like, I feel like Stacy's house is really far.
It is,
isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I feel like he would just go to, like, the nearest place where, like, he could still, like, make the
Can
point.
I borrow
to his
your
mom
tractor
and
so I
sing
can go visit Stacy?
Go visit. No, I don't know how to drive a tractor.
Well, I can teach you real quick.
But yeah, so we see JJ walking up the driveway, right?
Yeah.
The sun is setting.
I'm like probably like sitting on my tractor, like rubbing it a little bit, like my little baby that I'm about to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And I see JJ walking up, so I like hop down and walk up to him.
Real quick before we do this conversation, Arthur, I assume you want to get them together. So like, what is the thing that you're gonna do that you've been doing in the background here to maybe set up the situation in the first place, or lean it in a certain direction, or whatever you want to do?
I feel like I would be pointing out little subtle things and like phrasing them in a way to JJ that's like, hey, have you noticed JD's eyes?
Oh,
like,
right.
a
So
little
flashbacks
red?
to the days that we've skipped over. Like you've just been dropping little hints here and there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Like things that like.
So he's in the right mindset when he goes to JD's house.
Yeah, well, that he like is able to notice those things, but then or like to notice. So for JD's side of like, trying to win over from her side, but then I'm also trying to figure out how do I get, I don't know how I get JJ to notice JD without it being weird. Like, how do you do?
Do you mean JD noticed JJ?
Because
I thought we were just talking about JJ noticing JD. That's everything you were just saying.
Well, yes, but okay. I'm throwing away these stupid.
JJ's thing is that like he needs to notice her, think of her as like a girl,
right?
Rather than just
so
like
I'm also
a bro.
trying to figure out how to do that. I had one thought, like one idea in mind when we were still at the ship, while we were still doing stuff there. But I'm like, that seems weird. I'm not going to do that.
So maybe I'm confused. Were you saying originally that you were dropping hints to JD?
I am,
or JJ?
No. Well, I'm dropping hints to JJ to notice the things and to be asking and trying to get him to naturally talk to JD about the things that will make JD be won over to him.
Like actually be like a good conversationalist and listener, basically.
Well, let's just do it this way. Let's have you roll empathize. Because I think that's the thing that's going to give you what you need here. Well, actually, wait. So you already did that.
Honestly,
you already did that.
I roll program because I'm trying to program into his brain.
No, that's not how that works. I just realized we already made this roll, and it was you found out that JD's weak spot is her family, right? And how to get JJ to like JD, it's to show her that she's not a girl, or that she is a girl, right? There's so many things going back and forth here. I'm getting confused. But what I think, honestly, we don't have to make a roll here because I think you've just been doing those things, right? Maybe we'll make a charm roll. I've specifically
been trying to describe what I've been doing. Is I was trying to get Jay. I was trying to get the guy to be more of the family kind of guy and be more sensitive.
Yeah. Okay. Then you know what? I think this is a charm roll then, right? Because you know what to do. You just have to actually do it well. So at first I was like, what's the right thing here? But we already did the emphasize, so I think this is like, you can get a +1. I think acting on the answer. No, that was for something else. I don't think you can get a +1 here because you didn't get 6 more successes. Yeah, just make a charm roll. We'll just see how it goes. Sorry, I was trying to confusing myself there. Oof, that's a 0.
I don't know luck.
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, he's done it, right? Like whether or not, like we can figure out how Alyssa's gonna frame that, right? But like he has been successfully dropping the hints, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So we see JJ walk up the driveway and JJ hops off her tractor.
Hop off the tractor.
Yeah.
And I look sad.
Yeah.
In the sunsetting light.
Exactly. Golden hour.
And JJ's also sad, but he's going to be like, I think because of the success, like he's going to like see that she's sad first before like, you know, and just be like, JD, what's wrong?
I just look up and go, JJ, we're leaving.
What do you mean? Like on a trip?
Kinda.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll get to come back.
What do you mean you're not coming back? You live here.
Daddy's sick.
JJ like swallows. I think he just like pulls you into like a hug.
And then just like start crying onto your shoulder.
I just say like, I'm so sorry. I know what it's like to not have a dad, but I can't imagine what it's like to have a good one.
And I'm just kind of like getting like crying like more and more as you're talking because I'm like, we have to move to Arizona. Well, they say it's a trip, but I don't think we're allowed to come back because Daddy's lungs can't take it. So I think we're going to end up staying there. And they said I can come back and visit, but I don't know when that'll be.
It's okay. We're always going to be friends.
Friends.
I think like maybe that like echoes in and he's like, yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, I don't want to leave here, but I don't want to lose my daddy. So I have to go.
He like, like pulls you like, it's just like maybe like stroking your hair a little bit. You know, he's just like, it's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do.
And I like probably pull away from your shoulder because I'm bracing myself to ask the important question of, will you take care of my tractor for me? My most prized possession. And so I'm like, okay, Daddy said that he would do it if I asked him. And he's so smart. So I bet he will. Like in my head, I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
So I like pull away and I'm like, Gidget, will you?
Kiss her.
I'm giving you an opportunity. You're getting an opening.
I don't know.
I'm looking deep into your eyes.
Hey, if you want to make an empathize check in this moment, JJ.
Maybe, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
something that JD would want? Because, like, I like,
Well,
even
that
though
would be
he's
the role,
starting
right?
to maybe have, right, that's what I mean, is like, I
Yeah.
think that JJ is like, this is weird. I'm starting to have these thoughts, but like, this is JD we're talking about. There's no
Mhm.
way she would like want me to do this. Like,
Yeah.
I would ruin a friendship if I did
Uh-huh.
that. Or I'd be
Well,
taking advantage of her, and I
right,
don't want to take advantage of someone I actually care about.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, people you don't care about, that's fine. But
Yeah. You know,
All right,
quick
go-
make out in the woods, whatever. That's
Yeah.
fine, but not her. Okay.
Go ahead, empathize. Oof.
Oh,
You only have 3 dice in this.
I know.
You want to roll?
I can't take any conditions because we're done. So I don't have any luck. I know.
I'll let you do it.
Okay.
Too scared.
Take a condition.
Am I just scared again? I'm such a scaredy cat. Or what if what if you call me a chicken? That's my
I'm
pride.
not gonna call you a chicken.
What if Arthur shouts
Hey.
chicken?
No, well, hey, let's think about it this way. I don't think someone needs to say it out loud. I think this perfectly, you're the only one who hasn't used your pride. I think this perfectly makes sense in the moment, right?
I'm like,
You're starting to chicken it out,
and
right?
then my brain is like, no, JJ, don't be a chicken.
Don't wuss out. You got
Don't wuss out.
kiss the girl.
I love that. Are we all fine with that? Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah, so that makes you succeed your empathize roll.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can ask 2 questions.
Okay, what are the 2 questions I can ask?
2 questions you can ask are from this list.
Okay.
What does she want is a good one.
What does she want? What will she do?
Yeah.
Like,
Emily?
will she kiss me back if I kiss her, kind of a thing? Let's like, or will she push me away? That's what I want to know. Like, ruin this. Yeah, what does she want?
She 100% wants you to kiss her. Of course, she's been waiting. I mean, overall, she wants to not have to move.
Right. But in this moment.
What will she do? Kiss you back.
Then he just goes for it. He's just
Nice.
like,
Mwah.
mwah.
That's how 13-year-olds kiss. Mwah. And I go,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that's how 13-year-olds kiss. Yeah, we'll go with that.
I'd like to think, and obviously you can take whatever you want, Emily, but I'd like to think that you said, will you, and then there's the kiss, it lasts for a while, right? And there's like the when you break apart and you're like kind of dazed at each other, and you just say, take care of my tractor. Right?
Yeah.
But I think it's clear to you, JJ, that like she did want you to kiss her. It's just, it was also like,
Yeah, of course. Anything for you, JD. I mean,
You cut to Arthur and he's got binoculars.
I think I like after I like ask the question and I'm just like, I think I kind of like slap you in the face a little bit.
what?
What took you so long? Leaving. You wanted me to do this right before I leave.
I didn't know you ever wanted that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I kiss you.
I'm sorry.
Arthur is like watching the whole thing through binoculars from his bedroom upstairs. and he's like taking notes. It's like, okay, yep, that works. And okay, slap. Yep, okay. That's,
I like to think that Arthur put like a bug on JJ too, so we can listen in on everything that's happening.
And I think, just like
Is
pulling
that,
away.
well, I was gonna say, you obviously could say something afterward, but do we get like the pan out where like you just kiss again and then we like zoom?
The pan out, I feel like, is me leading you to the tractor so I can show you how to drive her.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alyssa, if you had something else to say.
Oh,
like,
no. No, that's good.
Cool.
Well, I'm leading you to the tractor, but we're like holding hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. There you go. I think that's our session of Tales from the Loop. That's fun. I like that.
I'm just glad I got to knock a lady unconscious with a football. That was great.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go ahead and take
Poor
a look at
Stacy.
XP stuff.
I felt mostly bad for her.
Poor Stacy. It's fine. She'll find friends eventually. She'll figure it out.
Yeah, she doesn't want to date a 13-year-old boy anyway.
No, she didn't. Again, it was she wasn't really thinking like romantically. It was literally just like her dog liked you. She felt lonely. You were kind to her. She was like, okay, all right, I need a friend. Right. She would have been fine if JD or Arthur came over to you, but like you're the one who had the dog connection. So
yeah.
Cool. All right, let's hand us some XP, see if you guys got another advancement or whatever. Did you participate in the session? So each kid present always gets 1 XP.
Yes.
Have you been in? Yes, yeah. Everybody got 1. Have you been in trouble because of your problem or your relationships?
What
are your guys' stuff? Problem.
Did I get in trouble with my coach afterwards? Whatever happened with that?
Yeah. Because
he did just kind of go unconscious. Like, did he just wake up thinking that was all a dream, or? I
definitely think like I don't think you like got kicked off the football team or anything as drastic as that, but like definitely, I think in the long run it's actually a good thing for you. How that happens there, because he starts to be more worried about you, right? And then he's like, I think you maybe enter like some sort of mentor-mentee program with him, right?
Okay.
So I will give you it's capital T trouble. So this is like, did you have to make a roll because of one of these things? And I think all of you, well, at least JD and JJ did for sure. Your relationship, JJ, and then your problem with your dad, JD. Let's see. But then Jordan.
What's Arthur's problem?
Yeah, the tough guys hit me.
Man?
I don't think I ever brought that up. Sorry, I guess I should have.
No, it's okay. I'm okay with not getting beat up by the bullies.
Yeah.
My problem is the tough guys hit me.
Well, my problem is that
are the tough guys not the birds in this situation?
Yeah, but they didn't get him. I don't think he's got hurt.
He had a roll against the birds attacking, though. Isn't that the whole thing? He doesn't actually have to get hit, but he had a roll.
You know what? You're right.
To avoid it.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. Well, because you're not good at that, right? Like that's the whole thing. Is like you're a weakling. You're nerd. Yeah. You can take an XP for that. That makes sense.
I gave him. I was about to say I gave him a hammer. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to get an XP.
Did you use or struggle with your pride?
My pride. Yes.
Yeah, Jordan and Alyssa did.
I vegetated.
I mean, I didn't use my pride thing, but I did get in trouble because I help other people.
Who'd you help? I guess over the whole town, I suppose.
The children, as I jumped off my tractor.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. So XP there. So everybody's gotten 3 so far. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids? I'm pretty sure all of you did that.
Yeah.
In one way or another. So another XP there. Have you learned something new? Yes, of course, right. All the stuff about Lena and her relationships and
I was just gonna say JJ likes me back.
That stuff. Obviously, anything about the birds.
JD likes me. I had no idea.
Arthur learned that he's a good matchmaker.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so everybody gets another advancement, right? So you all get 5 XP.
That's it. I filled it up.
We filled up the XP bar.
Yep. So you get another skill.
Okay, wait. So you get
a point in skill, I believe.
What's the advancement thing that you get?
You can increase a skill by 1 for 5 XP.
Okay. And then getting everything, you get another one.
No. So that's the idea. So there are 5 questions. So you answered yes to all 5 questions. You get another 5 XP, which means you can.
But then filling up the whole XP bar.
So we filled up the whole XP bar.
Do we level up?
So you don't. We probably should have explained that a little.
Well, so you can bank XP. Once you use it, they go away. So you should have had 0 to start up this session. You can
as long
bank
as you spent
them.
the other 5 last time.
Because I believe that you can, I think everybody did. I believe that you can like save them for a particular moment. Like I think you can do it in game even. You can like spend the 5 XP and then like get a new skill. If you were like, I need Tinker and plus 1 more, right? You can just spend it in the moment.
Interessante.
I feel like I'm going to take another one in empathy because empathize because
I was going to take one in empathize.
I'm going to need that for a long distance relationship.
Wow, we're both going to take one and empathize. That's so cute of us.
How sweet.
I can't believe we both thought about doing that independently of each other. Meant
Arthur?
to be.
I think. Do I lean harder into Batman? I think I lean harder into Batman. I'm doing one more and investigate.
And investigate, nice, yeah. Is that one of your?
Nope.
Well, yeah, I guess you can increase it from there, right? I don't think it's locked at. Yeah. I think it's just starting state. You can only have a 3 or 1. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Tales from the Loop. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoy the system. I think it would be a blast to do a short actual campaign of this at some point with all 4 of you. I think that'd be really fun. One of those games that I'll put on my list for games we should all play together at some point in
between
a
sessions
form.
Or between
between campaigns. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so my plan, and I think this is still the plan. I think between campaign 2 and 3 of Dungeons and Dragons, we'll probably do a few short campaigns of something like this or Burning Wheel or whatever. So that'll be fun. But for now, I think we're done with Tales from the Loop. Thanks for going a little bit later, guys. That was a blast. I love it when a plan comes together to get 2 characters together, and it happens to be Emily and Alyssa because they love playing romance anyway.
Yay.
All right. We're out. Adios.